Well, I'm happy to have all of you back. It's been a week. It's been a long week.
It's been a
It's
fucking
been
week.
fucking week. But we get to play Dungeons and Dragons with each other tonight. And you know, it's a really special night of Dungeons and Dragons because after meeting together as children, going through a number of different we're going to call them developmental journeys, um, you all have the date has finally come where you have all agreed to return to Suyu and see what fate has in store for you all. So we're gonna start with one who do I want to start with? I had decided I was going to start with Jethro because Jethro probably would get there early to hang out with his family, is my guess. And so, Jethro, you've been in Suyu for a little while, and you have sent out all of the reminders, the save the dates, if you will, for this. You've heard back from a few people, like you expect Bindu and Malia to show up. You expect, okay, maybe not Malia, but you definitely expect Bindu to show up. You think that Bixies and Trey and Valeris should show up. They at least sent a reply that they got your message. They had kind of a shaky response. It kind of depends on their monster hunt if they get there in time. But they did say that they were going to try to come. Malia, you never really heard back from her, but you very rarely, do. Oh wait, no, sorry. I want to correct something I said. Valeris, the reason why you know that Bixis and Trey got your letter is because they told you that Valeris isn't with them right now. Right?
Right.
Toast.
Right.
Didn't know that.
Left.
Is this a right with a wink?
Look, I learned it this morning, okay? I'm going with what I learned this morning. Whenever Summer sent me that message. Hold on, let me double check. Nope, it was yesterday. I apologize. It was yesterday. And so, Jethro, let me just remind everyone quick. So, Suyu, City in the Clouds, we're going to be going up there. It's been, what, 20 years since y'all have been here? Most of you?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of a return to a simpler time, and we enter into a one of the city bars with Jethro. You're just kind of sitting at the table, waiting for everyone to show up. What's Jethro looking like in this moment as he's sitting waiting for his friends?
Yeah. So he's got his wheelchair. I'm gonna say he popped out of his wheelchair to sit at the bench to be more comfortable. So he's got his wheelchair pulled behind him. He's sitting there with a pack of cigarettes sitting on the table next to a large tome and a deceptively warm, cold cup of tea. And he's sitting there just furiously smoking while doing some literary research in the din of the tavern there.
Just chain smoking like you're in the 70s?
100%.
Okay. All right. And as you kind of sitting there, the bar, one of the servers comes over and kind of looks at your cup and says, can I get you anything to eat, dearie? You've been here a little while. You're still expecting, people to come. I know the sun went down a little bit ago.
Oh, yes, I am. I am expecting them to come still. Uh, my friends wouldn't let me down like that. If you have fish stew, I'll take some of that. It's starting to chill off a little bit.
Absolutely, coming right up.
Thank you.
I guess. Do we want to roll to see what order everyone shows up in, or does somebody want to be first?
I'll go ahead and shoot my shot real quick.
I just realized whose token I don't have on this map. 1 second.
Of course.
Which token should I be using?
If I can just drag that one.
Should I do this one? Should I do this one or actual Zyzerus?
The one I've got on my character sheet on Roll20.
Well, that's a different picture altogether, right?
That was the first one I had.
Oh, God. Well, now I have to do this shit. Well, a masked individual. This man.
He's in the midst of like a knife juggling act on the stage. He's been doing fire twirling earlier in the afternoon, knife juggling now. Not a whole lot of banter, and it's just kind of fallen into the background as the night has started to drag on. He's just kind of become a bit of a sideshow, but he's made a note that Jethro is over there at the table, and he doesn't want to be the first one to introduce himself, but he's keeping a keen eye, and he's probably been doing this act for from half an hour to an hour at this point or so. So he's been up on the stage for a little while. But he will gesture over to the bartender to send a round of drinks over to that table that Jethro is waited at.
Ooh, motif.
Remind me, he didn't wear a mask as a kid, did he?
No.
No, he was a little blonde one. Okay, never mind.
A little dude.
The Super Saiyan.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy, a little dude.
Because like no one's seen each other in so long, so I'm just kind of curious if we will recognize each other or not.
Well, if Zyzerus is not going to be talking to Jethro, who is coming in that is going to talk to Jethro?
Nobody want to touch Jethro.
Because it's because you don't have your cute little kid voice anymore.
I assume Big C's and Trey would probably walk in together, so I don't know if he's Betty. Yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, I'm still the wrong name at the bottom of this. I was like, oh no. Hold on.
So is Jeremy.
Where am I at? Oh no.
All right, Ryan. Now it should be working.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's why I was confused, because I looked down, I was like, wait a second, I don't even see him. He's still Sean Baptiste. Okay.
Hey.
There you go. I have to go to the bathroom really quick. BRB.
Oh, thank God. Finally found a damn tavern. I'm thirsty. Those steps are miserable.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's ever going to be a day where those steps don't get old. Immediately, the first time I step on the first step, I don't even want to. We've been through a lot, but those steps are still the worst thing, probably. Well,
I wonder how Jethro got up here.
uh, I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? She'll slap you on the back and walk into the bar.
I'm gonna follow you in.
And wait for the DM because we can't drink by ourselves. I mean, we can, but
I mean, you could. Jesus.
we can try.
You walk into the bar. It's fairly busy. Like, it's a large tavern. Like, there's a upper kind of story here with the lower kind of floor area here. Number of bartenders behind the bar and a familiar-ish face. Sitting at the actually, no, I'm not saying it's not familiar because you guys haven't seen Jethro since you were children. So, yeah, you walk into the bar.
Yeah, no one knows each other because it's been so long.
That's what makes it great. You just know that you're meeting each other here.
I will add a little flavor to Jethro. As he's putting out one cigarette, he will pick up and idly fiddle with an amethyst crystal, a rather large one, and he'll occasionally use it to like you take a pencil and like follow along the words on a book, and he'll just be tracing it and fiddling it, and then he'll put it down and then light up another cigarette.
Big C's is going to go in and straight to the bartender and order 2 large mugs of ale.
Yeah, but what are you gonna drink?
Wait, what'd you say?
What are you gonna drink if you only get 2?
Look here, Trey, okay? We're not starting this again. We already talked about this before we got here. We're gonna pace ourselves, okay?
Yeah, 2's an easy start.
Yeah, 1 for you, 1 for me. Now sit your ass down. Wait for everyone else to come in.
I gotta go see Jethro.
He's not even here yet.
Bartender hands you a couple drinks and says, "What brings you in?"
A family reunion. She'll cheer, like she'll like hold the beer up and like walk away.
Oh, you must be Master Jethro's friends. He's just up the way.
Master Jethro, look at
Master
that. She's gonna elbow Trey.
What was that?
Master Jethro. Look at him making a name for himself.
Master Jethro. I'm gonna mosey up to Master Jethro.
Yeah, you guys kind of walk up these stairs right here, and you see up to the kind of upper landing where Jethro is sitting with his cigarettes and books. And are you wearing the traditional white wizard's robes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
He's got like a white doctor's coat on.
Yeah, you see him
like
wearing
suit underneath.
robes of the white wizards.
So dang, Master Jethro it is, isn't it? She'll kind of slowly clamber her way up these steps and kind of look at the steps and then kind of realizing the thing that Trey mentioned earlier, like how did he get all the way the fuck up here? And she'll plop herself. She'll sit right next to him and she'll put her arm around him for a second and then plop down next to him.
Trey?
Sorry, I would have got you a drink, but you ain't were here yet.
Trey's gonna get distracted by the strange individual juggling knives. Just can I do a insight check? Perception
What
check?
are you trying to infer or insight?
If this is just a common juggler or a danger. Danger sense pretty much.
Yeah. You could make
Threat
an insight check.
assessment.
Yeah. Vibe check.
Yeah, vibe check. Murder clown?
I mean,
I would.
it seems to come off as genuine talent.
I'd say you definitely notice him paying attention to Jethro's table. He like he doesn't continue to look back at the other tables nearly as often as he's looking back at that one. Especially since Bix has sat down.
Huh. Then Trey's gonna walk over the table, lean down and give Jethro a hug and kiss him on his head.
Hello, Draven. Oh, and Bixes. It is so good to see you both.
Yeah, same to same to you, Master Jethro.
Well, I asked them not to say that.
Look at you making a big old name for yourself. You got really
I tip well, that's all. Jethro closed his book and set it aside.
Jethro, do you know who that guy is? Up on the stage. He's been staring at you for a while now.
Oh, there was someone staring at me.
Ah, him. I'm gonna point out Lysaris.
Jethro looked to the person on stage. Oh, I didn't know that they were there.
There's just this empty porcelain mask staring back at you, tossing knives up into the air repeatedly, doing the occasional twirl and spin and making a show of it on the stage, but not losing eye contact with you.
You know, Trey, I know we've been doing a lot of things, but I think we should be safe here. We really don't have to be looking out for monsters among us.
Yes, don't worry. I'll be here to protect you.
I mean, you and I both know people are the scariest monsters.
Yeah. And she's gonna, take a big old swig.
I hope that your journeys were safe.
Enough.
The usual.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Anybody else show up yet?
No, you two are the first from our little band of miscreants.
Who wants to show up next?
But the two of them sat down at the table after making eye contact with Jethro. The guy performing on the stage is just going to slowly, continuing to juggle the knives, walk down from the stage and continue approaching that table.
Ooh, tableside performance.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Evening, mate. Fancy trick.
So what brings you all about into town then this fine evening? Enjoying the show?
Now that I have seen it, I am very impressed. You are very good with those knives.
Years of practice, that's my secret.
Well, I think we're all here for a reunion of sorts. A bunch of our friends are supposed to get together, and I think we had a quest of some sort to accomplish.
Reminisce of the good times.
The before times. Well, I'm glad to see that you all took your duties as keepers of the light as seriously as I have. Hello there, old friends. I might look a bit different now. The years have not been entirely kind to me. But it is your old friend Lysaris. And the knives just plop, 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 sink into the tabletop as he takes a deep bow. and then slides onto the bench beside Trey.
It-
Right?
Shit.
Why didn't you say something, Z?
Well, it would be awkward just standing here waiting alone with you.
I'm not awkward at all.
Not you, I mean. I don't like people watching me.
Right. Yet you performed in front of everyone.
And you didn't look that way at all.
I was busy reading. I'm sorry.
It's kind of the point. Been mostly just blending in as of late. I used to be a circus performer for a spell. I've spent the more recent years out of the limelight.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, draw too many names of the wrong attention and you start to get the attention of the wrong kinds of friends.
Ah. So that explains the mask then.
There's a whole lot of people out there willing to take advantage of anyone's abilities.
I could cheers to that.
I could
Yes,
too, but I
cheers to
mean,
not being taken advantage of. That's a good thing to cheers to.
I suppose I can drink to that.
I would, but I'm empty. See, I told you, one wasn't enough.
And I told you we're going slow. We're not going to have a repeat of. Well, just name one.
Well,
I'm gonna hold out my mug.
at that moment, a Monsieur Bindu, I'm gonna say, walks up to the table and plops another cup down
Did he come
for you,
back?
Trey. Is he back? Did he leave? Did he BRB? Oh, my bad, not Bindu.
BRB.
That would have been
Hey,
the
where did he
come
go?
back.
Start the song.
that would have been a very cinematic one, but instead it's gonna be
He walks in and he's like, nope.
it's gonna be
No,
your
that's
old
just a hot NPC. That's somebody else.
it's gonna be your old friend Valeris.
Valeris and well, two people enter actually,
Who?
and Melia.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that part.
Yeah.
Shit's happening on the fly.
Well, I was
Whoa.
supposed to tell you that part.
Why?
That's one
This
I
is
do
not the
know.
right Melia token. One moment.
Oh, there's a different Melia token?
No, that's the right
Melia token?
art. It's just not the right literal token because
It doesn't have her name or stats
Yeah.
or anything on it.
It's just the image.
Jethro will actually try to brace himself up a little bit to get higher, and he'll wave at Melia.
Melia's currently wearing a cloak and an eye patch covering her green eye, and she'll sort of nod in your direction and tap Valeris on the shoulder.
Right then, see, it's not that bad. Then we'll just go and we'll say hi and we'll do the thing and then you can go, right? That's what you want?
Fine, okay. I just don't like being in cities anymore. At least there are more people,
You're
you
gonna
know,
have to
that we
speak
know.
up just a little bit. It's a little loud.
Oh, right. I just don't like being in cities anymore. I'm just happy that at least there's more people that we know. Can you hear me?
Yes, well,
Yep.
what is it? Yes. Well, what is it they say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger? You're going to be stronger after this. Get over it.
Whatever. I'd rather not be killed, thank you. Or be near to dying.
I suppose I
and
can
Valeris-
move to make room for everyone.
No, you sit
Yeah,
down.
nice.
And moose.
I will gladly stand. And Melia could sit somewhere.
There's plenty of spaces
No.
on these benches for all y'all.
There's enough for
No, I'm
six.
not gonna
and
have
there's
you-
one person that doesn't get to sit.
I'm not going to have you stand up again. Last time that you decided to stand up for a long time, you nearly twisted your ankle because you were so tired. Sit down.
Jethro will wave a hand, and his wheelchair will roll out, and someone can sit in this if they want to.
No, I'll just share a bench. Thank you. There's enough room.
It's so good to see you again, Valeris. I assume you haven't been getting my letters.
No, sorry, I
Letters?
haven't. I've been living a bit more of a nomadic lifestyle as of late.
That's good. All is well, I suppose.
Still part of that
I mean, I'm not
monster
dead.
hunting guild.
No.
No, she left that a while ago. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. I'm just making assumptions.
No, you're very correct.
It's good to see you alive.
Well, it was either me being alive or, I go back home, I kill my sister, then I'm in jail for the rest of my life.
Damn.
I'm gonna usher for another drink.
What happened with your sister?
We don't. She kind of glances at Vixens, and she just kind of shakes her head a little bit. We don't really talk about it. It was an unfortunate accident.
Yeah, now that they mentioned sisters, Izaris, Fire isn't here.
Is she still a part of the Monster Hunters Guild? Your sister? Or did she leave as well?
Just-
Well, as Valeris stated, there was an unfortunate accident. These things can't be known. It's just it's not like there was information given to anyone that could have prevented such things. But it's all in the past. I'm glad we're all together. This is good. And she'll raise her empty glass towards you, Valeris, and then just set it back down. She's trying really hard. She knows it was your sister, not you.
A lot of accidents seem to follow us around, right?
Aye.
Yes, accidents. Precisely. That's what everything is. An accident.
Mm-hmm.
Seemingly everywhere we extend.
It's just life. It's miserable, it's dark, but yeah, some good moments. Some good beers. And some good people occasionally. But it's mostly shit.
It's something.
What if it was those crystals that ruined our lives?
It's rocks, mate.
I think it was poor decisions.
There are magics out there known as curses that can afflict those, even from just the slightest touch, that can have long-lasting consequences on the lives of those that behold them.
I believe in curses.
Curses are very real.
bartender comes and brings you all another round.
Hey, thanks.
Perhaps maybe just one round of a little bit something stronger. Also,
Quick question. Suppose barkeep, whatever. Who's paying for this?
Oh,
Put
well,
it on my tab.
okay. Would you like to split it with Master Jethro's tab?
Are you asking? Is he asking Melia?
Like, yeah, she like turns to Jethro and is like, "Am I splitting it with your tab, or am I just putting it all on his tab?"
I will cover it today. Don't worry. Zai, I appreciate it, but I have already paid forward for the evening, so it's on me.
Much appreciated, Master Jethro.
In that case, if he's paying for it, we'd like to have an English breakfast, please. Beans, ham, eggs, piece of bread. Just the whole thing. 2 plates, please.
Of course.
You've been traveling a lot.
Would you like a room as well?
Would that be on Jethro's tab?
I mean, you're more than welcome to stay at my family's house.
Where's your family's house? Further in the city or outside?
It's like close to downtown.
Yeah.
Is the inn in the middle of the city or towards the or?
It's closer to
It
the
would be
edge than
towards the-
Jethro's family is.
We'll have a room tonight to sleep in. How much for a room?
Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Okay. Round of something stronger, some breakfast, and a room. I will have those drinks and food for you, and I'll bring you a key.
Oh, how many drinks you're bringing? Can you bring like double that amount?
So you want
He can have mine. That's okay.
why don't I start with the round of the strong stuff, and then I'll bring more drinks. Just keep we'll just keep it on the master's tab.
Thank you.
She goes about her business. Is Bindu back?
Bindu, come back.
You can blame it all on me.
The couch has claimed him again.
He must have fallen asleep.
No.
Well, Bindu will arrive at some point. I'm sure he's busy studying at the library.
So, I know we were supposed to meet here eventually, but care to tell us why or what we're going to do here, or is this just sort of a courtesy call?
I wouldn't call you all for no reason. So, we were requested by the crystals to be back here in 20 years, which is now, within the next couple of days, I say.
did you tell us that you could talk to the crystals?
No.
Well,
Okay.
Let that slip a little bit.
you, Malia, and Valeris all talked with crystals.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Was that something that was said to the group? Like, with this common knowledge? I guess.
I would assume if you read one of Jethro's letters, it was.
Anything in game up to this point is common knowledge.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
So there is that, and Also, I've been longing to be around you all again. It's been far too long. It's just been me and Bendu, and quite frankly, I'm tired of looking at his wonderful physique.
He does have a nice ass.
Trust
Shut
me,
up.
I know. It's at my eye level all the time.
Mm. Speaking of him, where is he?
I don't know.
Follow. Well, the last letter I mailed to him. I got a little short of a reply, so I was hoping to see him. Knowing him, he's probably looking at a leaf.
You've been
Something.
talking to Bendu a lot?
Yeah, I have. 3 letters since I last saw him. Why?
It's like one a year.
Well, I don't know. I kept in contact with Valeris, Bixus, and Fire ever since we were kids, but I haven't seen you guys in years. It's neat that you came in contact with each other.
Yeah, right. Contact.
Why are you jealous, Trey? Am I the one who got away a long time ago? Or you just missed out on my wonderful banter?
No, you're not the one that got away.
Ah,
And
yes,
then
of course.
Trey's gonna get sullen and start drinking.
Anyway, I haven't really been keeping up with you. Everything I know is from Valeris, but care to fill me in on what everyone's been up to?
Whatever
Oh wait, I
became of
think
that
we already did.
prick of a brother of yours?
He's
He
dead.
grew up to be a governor. Oh,
Oh,
my apologies.
he's a dick. I
No,
don't know if
he's
he
a
deserved
fucking-
that.
Oh, he's a
Jethro,
fucking
how
prick,
do
so
you
he's
react
dead.
when she says this? Just out of curiosity.
That he's dead?
Yeah.
No reaction.
Mm.
Yes, he met an unfortunate accident of his own doing.
Mm-hmm. And it hasn't affected me at all. Mm-hmm.
Me either. I mean, just continue on forward.
I suppose. Anyway.
Sorry for bringing it up.
Why? Doesn't affect me. Only thing that sucked was his funeral. Everything else he does, he's pretty stupid. Wherever he is right now, I truly hope he's having a horrible time. Because he
Cheers
always
to
drags everything along with him, no matter what. And it's usually me.
that. Sometimes the dead deserve it.
Truthfully, they do. Truthfully, they do. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So something stronger than you.
Yes, of course you have to listen to it. Oh. Anyway. This is a lively banter, isn't it? You know, just making sure that we're all having fun.
Speaking of fun, how's your cat doing?
Yeah, itty bitty. Oh wait, that's right. Your mother was over in where I was at when I was attacked by the lizard.
Lizard.
You on T, right?
Yeah, the UNT. God, yeah. When I started traveling and I went down to Corshon, and then my brother died, I started traveling. So now he's a. I gave him to the bar that we had there, so he's happy. He's happy. I occasionally get letters from her, and she sends me pictures.
Lovely. I'm glad they haven't made an adventure again. I heard that was quite the time.
Bixie's has just entered the Matrix.
I was good until the boings.
Of course.
Is Bindu back?
Bindu, come back.
About that time, you see Bindu walk through the door.
Hey, let's go!
Kicks open the doors. Boom! Bindo's here.
Abs are flowing.
He's got an 18 pack of abs.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Wait, that's Bendu?
They can articulate doorknobs.
Everyone, I apologize very profusely. I was at the, at the tavern 2 streets over. I was just curious where everyone was. I sat there and didn't see anyone, and then I realized that I had forgotten the name we were supposed to be meeting at. I think I must have gotten distracted. Something about work, just... Anyway, so... No, not at the Twin Peaks. We're at the Twin Carts, so... My apologies.
Glad that you could make it then, old friend.
And he goes around and he wants everybody to like stand up. He's going to give everyone like a hug and do the European like kiss on the cheek thing, you know. So he just goes around the table doing that.
I would hug you, but I see you every day.
Over to make room.
That is no reason to pass up a greeting, friend.
I kid. Bend down here. So, the mood has been brightened. Let's move forward with a better attitude, everyone.
That's what the stronger drinks are for.
And
like
they
it.
arrive at the same time that Bindu does.
Oh my God.
Everyone has got a shot in their hand.
To a reunion, she'll hold up the shot glass. May it be pleasant and short.
I hold up my teacup.
Cheers.
Let it not be short, and let us have a great, fun time together.
That's
Well,
what
that's
the
the
answers
end
we
of
were looking
shitty
for.
luck.
I'm not convinced anyone here knows how to give a toast.
No.
And he holds the glass up and says,
Yes, Bendu, speak.
To friends past and present, to adventures yet to be had and long forgotten. May your lives be set upon the path of your choosing. And then he clinks glasses.
Cheers.
To that.
Cheers.
Is Bindu wearing the traditional red robes?
He is.
He cut out like a hole to show off his abs.
Of course.
You know?
Naturally.
He's
Oh,
well.
it's-
I
Have
think
you ever
his
wa-
coat is just a crop top, right? It's just the top, and then he's got long tails at the back.
He's still being more of of a desert person. The robes flow over the shoulders, but they don't like he doesn't have them crossed and belted, so it's almost more like
Mine's
a
open
cloak.
too.
So the abs are very, very present.
It's just the open shirt look. I like it.
Yeah.
I would say, actually, I think that Jethro doesn't have any physique, but he is with Bendu. It's like our traditional garb is like deep V-necks for like the guys' shirts because they're open and flowy. So Jethro would have like an open V-neck.
No one's asking about Jethro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't have much below the waist to show off, so gotta show what I have.
And I do apologize for disappearing. Had a work call I had to take.
That's all right.
Boo.
Nelia, you seem a little stressed. Can I offer you a cigarette?
Of course, yeah. I just don't like big cities because a lot of people are around.
I understand completely. I too like to get myself lost from time to time, and I'll hand one over to it and light it for her. This one should ease you a little bit. This is called the Mystic Mists. It'll immerse yourself in an ethereal essence of the enchanted forest. The blend captures the essence of woodland magic with the flavors of moss, wild berries, and the whisper of forest nymphs' laughter. Hopefully it'll ease you a little bit. Especially in the city.
In the middle, as she's taking a drag, she's going to just immediately cough it out. just to make sure this doesn't make me sort of lose my mind a bit. Like I'm still able to concentrate. I'm not going to. Okay.
Do you want it to lose your mind?
No. I'd rather be in control of my mind. Thank you.
No. Okay. No, it is purely just enchanted tobacco to invoke a certain geography.
All right. Okay. Well. Bindu, I sent you a letter a couple of weeks ago. What have you been up to since the last letter I sent you?
Well, I have taken quite an interest in what you described. It has been something that I have attempted to research, but certainly the one from 2 weeks ago, I was already traveling here. I had limited opportunities to look into it. The ones before that, I had more time.
Of course. Okay. Well, at least you did better than, well, Alfred. But he's dead now and unable to do anything. Because, he's an asshole. He forever is. Nothing good came from him.
I have also spent much time thinking back on what happened during the Testify Sorcery. Creature we saw. I do not yet have answers, but I will understand who and what it is, how it got where it got, and what it has done to us. But that is discussions for another time. This is a reunion. This is a gathering of friends.
At the risk of prying myself where my nose doesn't belong, you are amongst the company of those who have been in amongst some of the strangest creatures about this world. When you involve the monster hunters here and the circus folk, all sorts of corners of the world that we've traveled to, we've seen a fair number of strange things. Perhaps we might be able to give some assistance.
I'd rather not share. It's just something between me and Bindu. Long-standing family secret. I had to specifically ask my mother and uncle to let him into the fold of this knowledge. I just don't want anyone to, be hurt by it. Or, yeah. I'd rather keep it close to my chest, if you don't mind. Nothing dangerous. No monsters that I can tell.
Understand.
Just something really stupid.
I respect your privacy.
And Mr. DM, do you have a picture of the dude that sort of took over Alfred there inside the Test of High
Nightmare
Sorcery?
Whisperer?
I thought that's who you saw in your vision after we both sort of bamfed out of the test.
Was this the picture I used? Let me double check which one I used first.
I think it was the creepy one, wasn't it?
Oh,
right, the one that came out of the portal.
Yeah,
right?
that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. Future me said it was... Oh, okay, no. Tiefling guy.
Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to figure out. Because I don't really, other than what we've talked about post-test, I don't really know anything about your Nightmare Whisperer. I never saw that one or anything. So I will ask them, because I don't think, and Amelia can tell me if I'm getting off base here, but I don't think this creature is part of the family secret.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So, as monster hunters, perhaps you have seen or heard of this creature. When those of us who took the test of high sorcery stepped through the portal, we appeared in a marketplace. A most strange location. It was covered in one vast illusion. The inhabitants, the shopkeepers, the people in the streets, all seemed to be, demons or other unnatural creatures of desire or rage or other dark and unwelcome emotions. But one creature above all stood out. There was... I don't know of any other way to put it than a demon. Red of skin, tall, powerful. Horns, glowing yellow eyes. Sharp, pointed ears. And he sort of erupted onto the scene. And it was nearly impossible to resist his influence. And in fact, I, to this day, do not know how Jethro and I managed to get out. But the rest, they were attempting to resist him, and some were overcome. Does this creature sound familiar to you?
Would I be able to do a survival check to see if I could? I'd rather survival based on my past.
I mean, from his description, it's nothing natural.
Well, yeah, but I also feel like I guess it might have to be history, but like in all of our texts and stuff, if there was some sort of creature we've ever come across.
History or religion.
Oh, not bad.
Oh,
Pretty good.
I mean, it sounds like, yeah, the red skin and the horns and everything, it sounds like a devil or a demon of some kind. There are a lot of them. Could be any of them.
It sounds like, yeah, I mean, you sound kind of like you know already. I mean, if you're hoping to get like his name, I couldn't tell you. There's many of them in the world, unfortunately. You know, it's not like we live in this beautiful world with zero demons. But yeah, no, you sound like you're right on the right track. right on the right track.
Of course, I understand that there are many demons out there. The only reason I suspected that any might be able to help with this is this did not seem to be your run-of-the-mill demon. This is not some lowly servant of the nine hells. This creature had power, and he spoke as though he had been trapped and was being released.
By the by, I just want to insert some things here. As Bindu's saying this to you, Big C's, you're looking into his eyes, and they look different. I don't know if you did you mention that part when you were talking, Ben? But
that's so dreamy.
Absolutely not.
Oh, totally.
I
They're
do
very
want to
dreamy.
remind everyone that Bindu's eyes are not normal eyes. He also has a streak of white going through his beard all the way through his hair. Some shit has happened to Bindu. Just wanted to throw that out there as far as physical appearances of some things that have changed for a few of you.
Were there any proctors overseeing the examination? Did they have anything to say about it?
And Nick, I'm going to assume, because there has been time past. I do not recall how many years. Has it been 5, 6, 7
3
years?
years, right?
It's up to you guys. How old were you when you took your test?
Well, at least for me, Jethro, Amelia, it's all going to be the same amount of time.
The three of you are going to have to figure out how much time has passed.
4?
Okay, 4 sounds good.
Sorry, time escapes me.
So we'll say it's been about 4 years since we took the test. And I have clearly followed up. I have been doing some investigation. And, if I need to make rolls, checks, whatever. But since that time, I have definitely been trying to learn more about whatever that creature was. Because the way I recall the session, it definitely sounded like this was something that was escaping, that it was being loosed upon our world, and that for whatever reality was represented in that moment, in that place, nothing good was going to come out of that creature getting out of there.
Okay, so question. Did you say it got released? Like you think it was already released, or that you're afraid that it's going to be released?
Well, if Bendu and I believe it is the same person that I was talking about earlier. I don't know if they were able to get out of the pocket dimension during the exam, but they certainly were able to get out of where they were trapped before.
Okay, so then I guess my next question to the DM is, in the last 4 years, have there been any more than unusual, like there's always the usual unusual things, but like any instances, like any jobs that the Monster Hunters Guild maybe had that involved something that was a little bit more out of the normal realm of unusual?
Not where you guys were, but then again, you also have been singularly distracted with your information gathering.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I just didn't know if if there was like a moment or something that was like, oh, this one was clearly a very odd occurring instance, and that might but no, we're good.
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
nothing in particular. Yeah.
But yeah, Bindu, I mean, like, I hate to tell you, but I haven't heard of anything super out of the ordinary. I mean, I'd be happy to reach out a few letters and see what's across the other guilds to see if there's been any unusual activity that may have happened.
Yes, of course, that would be wonderful. Finding more sources of information is, well, it's one of my favorite pastimes. But I have spoken long with the proctors, with our teachers. The test of high sorcery is a strange magic of its own. It is both real and unreal at the same time. It occurs, it has, for some, dire consequences. For others, it is merely an opportunity to show their potential. It happens in these pocket dimensions to contain what might be discovered about the testees. And yet, somehow I feel that this creature, it was... I do not believe it was meant to be there. I do not believe it was part of the plan of the college. And if it has not escaped from that place yet, I most assuredly fear that it will.
Well, my brother just has to ruin everything, huh?
Well, actually, it wasn't his fault.
Really?
No.
Because from what I heard from Bindu, Idiot decided to, cast a really large spell would have killed you all. And then just got...
Precisely. But that's not the reason why this entity came out. I mean, he was surely going to kill us, but that's not correlated.
Then why did he come out?
Some stupid goblin was trying to bring their god.
Oh, I forgot that part. Whoops.
It was Jeremy's fault.
It is...
Jeremy.
I didn't know. I wanted to bring in a fire Ifrit, not that thing.
It is just as true to say that it is the fault of the colleges themselves. I have spoken to them, or at least to my teacher, about why they would grant such young, apprentices, those who are testing to be full members of the college, with such a powerful artifact during so stressful a time. They firmly believe that access to that kind of power in situations that are unpredictable is the best way to expose the true nature of a person. If someone fears for their life, or their position, or their status, will they reach out and make use of power beyond their kin? Hence why they do it in a pocket dimension. If they do, the damage is contained. But still the risks. There is wisdom in what they do, but there is danger as well. And yet I am coming to see that that is one of the lessons they seek to teach.
Yes, with great power comes great responsibility.
Jethro, that is both eloquently succinct and pithy.
I'm not very good with words. I'm sorry.
I personally think I said it better, but yours works.
Yes. DM.
Hold on, I have to go kill one of your aunts or uncles really quick.
Okay. That's fine. Per letters that I have received over the last 4 years, can I correlate timelines of the Fury Horn incident and the other dude, the Monster Hunter guy? I don't have his name.
I mean,
Eberman.
oh no, those guys don't know each other. They're.
No. I just want to see if there is like a rise in beast folk like movements with the time of the test. I just want to see if the timelines correlate.
I don't think
I use time.
I don't think you'd have enough information to like for Jethro to be like, yes, I could conclusively say like I feel like you'd be like it's here. It'd be anecdotal at the most. Like you're just like there's no hard data showing that there's been an increase. It's also you got to remember communication is not fantastic between these areas right now. It takes a long time to get between these places, and
does no one date their letters when they send them?
Well, I mean, even like, sure, there might be like you guys got to remember there are wild animal attacks and wildling attacks and barbarians and
and warlords and goblins and
dragons and there are vagabonds and all sorts of people outside of the cities. Like anywhere that's outside one of the major places of cities is not exactly a safe place.
Right.
So, what's our itinerary like? I know that we met in a bar, but what else do we have to do? What else do we want to do? We're in Suyu, right?
To Jethro's point, you do have a date with Crystal Cavern at some point. If you want to go over there.
Nobody should venture down alone.
I've been meaning to go back.
Other than doing that, I've got some like investigations to do. Maybe something might pop up per what Bendu was talking about. Maybe we can get a lead on this individual, and that's something that I think we should pursue. It seems very important to keep tabs on a powerful devil-like entity.
I'm up for it.
It does sound quite important. I would very much like to offer my help any which way I can.
While we're all sitting at the table, Bendu wants to use his eyes ability to detect magic. And just look over everyone.
Baby.
Oh.
Everyone lights up. Jethro's wheelchair, as well as his shield.
Which I assume I'm used to at this point.
Bixie's staff. Malia's cloak. Valeris has something in her pocket. You're not sure what it is. Zyzeris has a magical longsword.
And the mask that he's concealing his face with is also magical.
And I think that's everything.
He's got a magical personality.
Oh, Trey has a magical pendant around, or where do you?
Neck.
It's around your neck. Okay, I was gonna say where do you keep
underneath my armor?
Okay, there's something magical that Trey's wearing around his neck underneath his armor.
And as for the rest of the bar, nothing
Almost
crazy,
nothing.
No magic, no.
Compared to the 7 people sitting at this table, Bindu.
It's like the spotlight is on us.
And like I think of all as far as power goes, Bixie's is holding a staff of ancient power. The other magical items are powerful, but they're not as powerful as Bixie's is currently. Hers is the one that displays the most outward power. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Do you mind describing all of the magical items for the audience who might not know what they're called?
Yeah, so for the magical eyes of the seventh sanctum that Bindu is currently rocking.
Eyes of the Seven.
We've got Bixie's is rocking Azusa, branch of the great tree.
That's a good boy.
Jethro is rocking his magical shield from when he was a child. It's actually his shield, his literal shield from when he was a child.
You can't steal my wheelchair.
Is there a way for me to show just the picture that I have on yours without the text? Because you haven't. Hold on. I guess I have to. I'm going to move this text. I'm going to copy and paste it to the GM notes part.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I'm just going to delete it out of here. And then I want to save my changes. And then this should theoretically not have any text on it.
Ooh, nope. Just a picture.
Just a cloak? Cool.
Nice.
Just a stolen wizard's cloak.
Just a stolen wizard's cloak. I don't have.
Don't worry, it's not one of our order. It's okay.
I don't have a magical item made up for Trey. Valeris's is in her pocket. I also don't have one made up for that. Zyzeris.
Mine's just a gold
it's right
pendant,
there.
like a gold pendant with a ruby in the middle.
But for the folks at home, those are the various magical items acquired during some prologue stories.
Okay, Nick, I gotta be honest with you. I didn't write down any information on the cloak, so...
Yeah, you don't have any information on the cloak, that's why.
Yeah, no, it worked
it's
out
okay.
perfectly, unfortunately.
No,
information.
you slept with a wizard and you stole this cloak as you were slipping out the window. That's what you know about it. And you know that it saved you and Bindu from a lightning bolt once.
Mm-hmm. That's all it's done.
That is all it's done.
Now.
And you have no idea how to do it, or how to control it, or how to use it.
If I had a jacket that saved me from lightning, that would be my favorite jacket. I would wear that jacket every day.
But these are the things that you see, Bindu. Your friends have had some various adventures.
I mean, it's not like I can say anything. My eyes are magic.
Huh? Look, y'all, some things are mysteries, and you don't get them with just identify magic, okay?
Legend lore. Whoa.
I would like to look at my cloak and find the secret powers that lie within.
Okay.
You read the how to wash instructions and on the
back. That's where all the instructions
you search around and there is no instruction manual. There's no tag. There's no nothing.
But
one more thing, Bindu, that you know is
you
like
see
Zyzeris' whole left arm is an illusion.
Oh.
And like you see like cloaked away like a kind of like gnarled fist at the end of it gripping tightly to the hilt of the long sword. Still very tightly gripping.
Oh my god.
So this is a Monado situation. Ooh.
What? Hold on, I gotta look this up now. I didn't get that reference.
What? Who?
Situation?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was fucking around.
Does he do illusions a lot?
So,
wait, who does?
Minato?
I don't
From
know.
Naruto?
Wait, the yellow flash?
Oh.
Oh hell, he's
Obito, baby.
Wait, that's what Reverse's Flash's name is? Yabuto?
No,
this is Naruto.
That's One Piece.
Oh.
Anyways.
Pixies. That is the most interesting staff you have there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
When did you arrive with that? It seems like it must be... Well, it must have quite the story to it.
thought it when my sister died.
Okay, question.
Is this the first time?
Did Bindu know that your sister had died?
Is this the first time that we've heard that your sister died?
Big C's wouldn't have really like reached out to you guys. She's really been close with Trey, and I know Trey has kind of kept Jethro involved, so it's kind of up to if Lucas had Jethro tell you guys. But Big C's wouldn't have reached out to tell you guys that.
And
Yeah, Jethro's
I don't spread that kind of
on
news.
Facebook, so
Yeah, and when you saw Bixie's mom, she didn't say anything like that.
My aunts didn't say nothing either.
So this is the first time.
Oh, Pixies, I am so sorry. I had no idea. When? How long?
It was. It's been a while. No need to bring it up now. You know, it's in the past. It's done with.
And as you're saying that, you can see that Bindu has like tears welling up in his eyes. Just like of course I will respect your wishes, but I deeply wish that I could have been there for you.
She just kind of nods, and you can tell, like, it's not a subject she can easily discuss. She's still with me in spirit. And she'll nod and then take a drink.
And Bindu can't help but glance over at Melia when she says that.
Amelia said BRB. At the worst fucking time.
She wouldn't have said anything anyway.
Of course not.
The serving person brings another round. Y'all have been drinking a decent amount, so you're starting to feel a little loose, feel a little warm. Their food is brought, and y'all are, you're starting to get a little into the evening.
Melia's fucking trash.
Trey, it just doesn't hit like it used to.
We need a little bit more.
Yeah. Trey, you even your dice rolls are saying you might have a problem.
Biggsy did not want to be here and have to deal with the conversations regarding her sister.
Okay, wait. Jeremy, was that at disadvantage or advantage?
Advantage. I am a drunk.
Hey, there it is. Man, but we're all getting trashed tonight, huh?
You guys are very much for those that are imbibing, you are definitely starting to feel a little past buzzed and into drunk.
I don't drink and drive anymore, so I don't drink.
Melia wasn't supposed to drink, but she just kept vibing, man.
She is now.
She thought she was drinking water. She wasn't really paying attention. She was more paying attention to Bindu and what he's got packing. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Bindu's making eyes at you. He's also getting a little tipsy.
Can you tell if he's looking at you? I mean, his eyes kind of go everywhere.
She's not looking at his eyes.
I mean, everyone does notice. Something's up.
Oh, between the two of them, the tension.
Oh yeah. You guys, at some point, everyone actually notices them just stealing glances at each other for sure.
Cyzeris will lean closer to Trey and kind of whisper, So what's the deal? Did they like break up recently or something?
They're together? I didn't even know that.
Look, the way they can't stop looking at each other.
Well, I mean, look at Bindu. He's a scrawny little kid last time I saw him.
He's still a scrawny little kid. But some damn fine abs.
Some damn fine abs.
How many crunches a day do you think he does?
100? 100 crunches, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, or I guess that's crunches. Pull-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. You don't have to wear that mask around us.
It's as much for your sake as it is for mine.
Whatever floats.
There's obvious discomfort when I'm without it, and it's easier just to wear it and bear the false smile, if you will, as he kind of points at the painted smile on the mask.
You were in a circus for a little bit, you said?
For a short spell. You could say I was going through a phase.
That sounds fun.
I had just recently been kicked out from my folks' place. And, well, in the midst of a robbery gone spotted, they caught me red-handed trying to steal some of their wares and offered to take me in, allowed me to follow them. I learned the ropes, befriended a few of them, wound up fitting in a lot better than I ever expected there. There's a lot of fine folk that end up scattered outside us in this world. Truthfully, it's what made me think about perhaps coming back after all these years. See what you rapscallions turned yourselves into with all this time. See if you refined yourselves like a fine wine or simply spoiled yourselves with what you were given. What do you think, Trey? What have you become of yourself?
I don't know. I really don't think about myself much. Just my goals and meeting the ends. Me, I'm just here, I guess, to enjoy it.
Trey, there's the one of the serving people is walking past, like, down here with a tray of drinks. If you want to try to swipe one off their tray.
Yeah, I'm gonna just reach over, like, excuse me, sorry, hey, hold up, and like grab their shoulder and like pull them back a little bit and grab a beer.
There you go. She just kind of gives you this like weird look, and she's like, "I'll add it to your tab then."
Master Jethro's tab, thank you.
How much is this tab going up so far?
Woo, baby! You guys aren't there
How far
yet.
are we at?
You guys aren't there yet. We know it's gonna go higher.
What's the most expensive item on this menu? What's the most expensive wine?
We'll take 7 bottles.
Few gold.
Melia, in her drunken state, will order the most expensive wine.
Jethro, do you do anything?
Cause fuck.
Oh, Jethro BRB'd. Are you doing it while Jethro is out using the bathroom?
This is the time. We're all
No.
Jethro's Jethro's using the loo.
No,
What? Who doesn't know what?
Jethro's using the loo. No, you know, she tells you, our finest bottle of wine is aged 20 years and is 5 gold a bottle.
That's nothing. Do it. Just bring it over here. We're having a bit of a party. So...
All right, DM, what am I up to now?
Actually,
I heard
if
Summer.
Melia orders that, Delirious will very quickly slip the waitress 5 gold.
Well, you're only up to like 2 gold then, Jethro, with all of the drinks.
Whoa! Come on.
Woohoo!
Then we've got a lot of work left to do.
I don't get paid very much, but you are my city.
Oh shoot! This is your city.
No, it's not my city.
I didn't know that you ordered a city. Fuck. Anyway, Valeris, you haven't been talking all night. God. How have you been doing all this time? Haven't been talking around like a little introvert that you are. What's going on with you?
You know, I prefer. Well, considering that I've been traveling with you for the past insert amount of time here.
4 years after the 4 years
4
after
years?
the
It's
test.
been.
Yeah, so in between 4 years. Let's
Past
go with
4 years. I think you know very well how I'm doing.
Can you fill me in? Because right now I got a ton of thoughts going through my mind. One of them is not particularly
know.
positive.
And some of them are not very appropriate either, are they?
No, especially not. And she'll wink at fuck his face. Bindu, yes.
I mean, if that's what you're after.
My favorite part is the snaps.
That fucker.
Fill me in.
I mean, not much to fill in on. I mean, not much. Although I do have a very lovely collection of rings, and she'll put her hands out, and all of her fingers are just covered in like rings that obviously don't match. Some look a little bit too big, but she's kind of pinched them together to keep them on. But it's a very nice amount of rings, I think.
Oh,
Although you are a very good distraction, my dear friend. And she'll like kind of patronizingly pat Melly on the cheek.
Oh, stop it. Don't tell anyone that we break the law. The law is very important. I hope you all realize, because it keeps the foundation together. How many drinks have I drinking today? Cause I'm not drinking, officer. I'm dancing.
I think
How
you've
many
got
has
at
she
least
had? Has she only
one
had
more.
She's probably had like 4 beers and a shot. Like, she's getting there. Well, is there any other conversations that you'd like to have over this expensive bottle of wine?
Nope.
Jethro, how'd you get up the stairs? I'm sorry, it's been bugging me. Like halfway up the stairs, I looked at Vix. I asked her, she looked at me confused, and we've just been coming up with.
If I was more quippy, I would come up with something. But my wheelchair has the ability to hover over small steps, so I can go over the stairs.
You just floated up 10,000 stairs, or whatever that number is.
Precisely. My legs are pristine and not tired at all.
That's pretty cool, Jethro.
I do miss the walk, though. But yes, it is pretty cool.
What do you mean you missed the walk? I carried you up half up it last time you went.
I missed the walk.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, specifically, I missed you carrying me up the stairs because it was fun.
I can still carry you.
Another time.
Ah, come on, it'll be fun.
You're drunk. Don't drink and carry. That's a bad
I'm
idea.
not as drunk as you think I am. And you're not as stinkers as drunk as I am.
Sounds like a fine enough argument to me.
Oh no.
Oh, Trey, you getting drunk now.
Wait, was that at advantage or disadvantage?
That was at advantage.
Yeah. His monk
damn it.
subclass gives him advantage on
Oh,
Constitution checks.
Yep,
that
you're,
makes
right?
you're
sense.
definitely starting to feel it now. What are you trying to perceive, Bindu?
Oh my god. I just
How drunk
read
Trey is.
Trey looks drunk. Like actual drunk.
I read your name as Bindu bin Jazan bin hammered because everyone's drinking. I was like, bin hammered, nice.
Bindu bin Jazan bin Hamad.
Bigsies will cheers Trey for taking it slow tonight because they held back. mostly him for her sake, but she was drunk a long time ago.
Cheers. So are we going to the caves right now? Sounds fun.
No,
I think we should probably do it in the morning.
we make a bad mistake once. We probably should never do that again.
I've made plenty of bad mistakes and I'm still here.
Yes, we are all here in top form. Thank you, Traven.
Where is everyone staying this evening?
Jethro said with a wry smile, by the way.
I'm going to be put upstairs after the performance for the evening. I was hoping to work out a little bit of compensation, less than the standard fare for the rooms.
Did I miss a performance?
We did.
Nothing really too flashy, I promise you. Not like the circus acts of old.
Circus acts? Ma, you have been busy, haven't you?
A little bit here and a little bit there.
Well, I can certainly see that much has changed about you.
Certainly met a few odd folk along the way. I can't say that in all of my travels I've ever seen eyes that sparkle quite the same way yours do, though, Bindu.
Oh, Zazeris. I know we've
Jethro
all been
rolls his
drinking,
eyes.
but there's no need to speak with such flattery.
Well, I think I like the way you say my name.
Is everyone just gonna flirt with Bindu? Is that what this
Nope.
is? Is this just turned into a Bindu dating simulator?
Hard nope from Jethro.
I mean, if Jethro can look at Bindu's ass all day long and not feel anything, ship has sailed.
100%.
All right. So are you all going to enjoy getting wasted here in the tavern and then go crashing in Zazeris' room for the evening? Is that what's happening?
Well, I know that Malia and Valorous reserved a room on
Mhm.
Jethro's tab, if I remember correctly.
Yep. So you
'Cause-
guys will
And
have
by-
a room.
Yeah.
And
And anyone of course is welcome if they don't have.
I guess what I'm asking is there anything else anyone would like to do this evening while you're all drunk and at the bar together?
I'm gonna drink some more.
okay, I'm going to take that question in parts.
Okay.
Is there anything else we'd like to do this evening? Yes. At the bar, no. While we're
Okay.
all together, no. While drunk, yes.
Probably did.
Well, what? How do you
Oh,
plan on
by
getting
the
to
way,
the situation
Trey,
you want
I
to
would like you to
find
re-roll
yourself
that.
in?
I'm just going to...
I'm gonna change time and see if Trey gets worse.
Wait, are you making me re-roll that?
I'm making you re-roll it. You only get one roll, buddy. No advantage.
Oh, you know, I'm Trey. I got this. Boom.
Okay.
Oh!
He didn't crit it, though. He didn't crit it. Take it off the board.
Bindu informs them that since he thought we were meeting at another location, he actually already got a room there.
Did you guys want to move the party to the other inn, or is Bindu leaving alone? What's going on?
Is this a tavern on fire?
This tavern is
We're not
not
doing
on
that.
fire.
Not
We've got to
yet.
change that, guys. We've got to at least like one in one campaign. No.
It's what Improbus would do.
So, Bindu,
Yep.
you going by yourself to your room?
Possibly.
Okay.
Like once the group kind of like wraps up, he's tipsy. He imbibed enough to be a little on the drunk side, but he didn't go like full on wasted.
Yeah. Who's leaving the bar first? And why is it Jethro, I imagine?
Well, it's not gonna be Jethro first.
Okay.
Because I am not gonna walk away from the party. Ha! See, walk.
Who walks away from the party first then?
I made a joke.
It'll probably
I'm
be
making
Bindu.
sure if anybody is leaving the bar, not staying, that I am going to go with them because I am the designated walker of people.
Hell yeah, man. Girl code. Girl code. That's some girl code shit right there.
Yes, I am the designated driver.
Dixie's is gonna hang out with Trey at the bar there. She'll just get really, really drunk, trying to keep up with him and being incredibly unsuccessful.
I like to imagine Pixies and Trey are gonna pull the Monster Hunter special. It's like, we're just gonna sleep at the table. We're gonna pass out drunk here.
Probably.
If they throw you in the street, they throw you in the street. It's fine.
I like sleeping under the stars.
Fine at the guild hall.
Hey, it's Sue you. It's safe here.
Is anyone going to try to stay at the bar and outdrink
before-
Bixies and Trey, who they do seem to be drinking a lot compared to the rest of you two, or the rest of y'all? Maybe not Malia.
Trey's toxical.
I'm that toxic friend.
Valeris will make sure that Amelia actually makes it up to their room and does not try to leave the bar. Because I imagine she'd just face plant as soon as she tried to walk down the stairs.
Oh, fucking absolutely.
Go find
Um,
nature and fall down 10,000 steps. Yeah, that's great.
Before she goes up to the room or to the room, she'd pull Bindu to the side and sober up for a bit and hand him back a slip of paper. You know my condition. I'd rather not until I find a cure for it. if you don't. Oh God, if you don't mind waiting a couple of, hopefully only a couple of weeks. Although, don't get me wrong, I've thought about it. I've thought about it a lot. I'm going to go up to bed now. You know, Summer, I think that would be funny, but I don't know how to say it without. Yeah. But Melia will waddle up to the room.
Is that her drunken walk a waddle?
Yeah, it's a waddle.
I appreciate. I've
Uh,
waddled. I waddle when I'm drunk. I get it.
Valeris will make sure that she's like in bed and stuff, but she'll return back downstairs and then she'll start drinking. She was on Melia babysitter duty, and now that Melia's asleep, she doesn't have to.
Girl code.
Oh,
I know it's not in this universe, but it's important.
Spins around and falls down.
And after having been pulled aside, and seeing Melia off to bed, Bendu makes his goodbyes and heads, a couple streets over to the inn.
I'll escort Bendu to his room.
Jethro. And as soon as we get outside, he seems a fair bit more sober than he was in the bar.
He's not that drunk. He's not that drunk.
Yes, it did seem a little out of character for you. Back in form.
Well, I did not mind the sociable drinking, and I have probably had more than is entirely good for me. But I see no sense of rendering oneself insensible.
I agree completely, Bindu. We may be in Suyu, but there are forces at work, and we must always be vigilant.
Indeed. Jethro, you have been one of my closest companions, closest of friends for some time now. I need to share something with you. I need your help. But this must stay between us. He was shared with me in confidence, but I am afraid that in order to help the person that I must help, I will need your assistance, your insight, your knowledge. Can you make me a promise you will share none of what I tell you now with anyone else?
It will stay between us. We are, after all, very good friends, and I respect you too much to relay information that you don't want me to relay. What is it that you need help with?
It is Melia.
Oh shit, she needs a lot of help.
Yes. You've noticed her different ever since the test, haven't you?
Did she not say something like right after the test about her being possessed or something, or was that something that we just saw in a cutscene?
Pretty sure we saw it in a cutscene.
Cutscene, right? Okay.
Yes, she did seem even more reclusive than she was before. Did something specific happen?
I have reason to believe that the spirit of one we lost inside the test attached itself to her and is now quite possibly siphoning her life away from her to retain their own. I have spent many nights searching the libraries of Rahadum, looking for anything that might help. I've seen hints, nothing more, of this kind of, for lack of a better term, possession.
This is very, very intriguing. It sounds very similar to what the Golden Empire did in times past, siphoning all of the subjects into a ritual to give themselves new life. Very strange. And do you think it's Alfred that's possessing or trying to take over Melia?
I do. She also believes it.
That will be hard to break a bond as close as kin. Does she want...
It may be hard to break a bond of kinship, but there was no love there. There was no affection between them. You know Alfred.
Yes.
He was the worst of us.
Yes, he was. It is unfortunate that she's dealing with that every day.
I do not understand how one as... well... Melia has her challenges, but she is a good soul. She is a good friend. To be burdened with that creature that was her brother, she deserves better. Do you remember the voices in the crystals?
I do, yes.
There is a special kind of magic there. I hope they will be able to help us. But I may not know the questions to ask, so please, when we visit the cave, help me. Help Melia.
Of course. I will try to come up with something that we can ask them and see if they have any kind of insight onto being trapped and potential ways of being released. Perhaps they will give us guidance into a direction that would ultimately help them be released from their eternal prisons as well. I will do some research tonight before we go tomorrow.
Thank you, my brother.
Always. I will walk you to your room and then I will hit the library up and see. Perhaps there was something that you might have missed.
With that, Bendu just sort of rests his hands on Jethro's shoulder, gives a little squeeze. Jethro, you are the best of us.
Oh, you are too kind. I am just one of us, but thank you anyway.
Jethro's gonna pat the hand that squeezed the shoulder, and he's gonna haul ass, doing a wheelie down the road to the library.
That's a sick ass wheelie, my dude.
I got the bar in the back that makes sparks. You know when you grab it.
Bro, I said wheelie and
Did you make
Superman
the blue
by
sparks? Man, you was at that corner
Prestidigitation
just right.
behind me.
Little speakers pop playing Superman by Goldfinger.
Now here I am, getting older all the time. Getting
What do you-
older all the time. But feeling younger in my mind. Alright, so I'm tired, I lost track of sleep. Alright, so Bindu's gone, Jethro's gone. It's just Bixis, Valeris, and Cyzeris and Trey at the... I'm gonna imagine that Malia's passed out on this table over here, just for fun. So the four of you, what are you all doing while you get extra drunk?
As we get more inebriated and so now that Trey has been writing back to Jethro over the years, but we've been doing our we're planning vengeance and revenge and he's been kind of not telling Jethro so much about that, and more so like bad things happen. We're still monster hunting, and not the bad things happen. We're monster hunting, and we're trying to figure out how to assassinate a lord in the region. But Valeris would know about this lord, and Zyzeris is pretty cool. And Trey's pretty drunk, so I figured he would start opening up about that, but I don't remember the dude's name.
His name is Frederick Guterkel.
Frederick.
I believe.
Is Guter one U?
Guterkerl. I got that in my notes.
Yeah, fuck that dude. I hate that dude.
He's a noble of New Anderhorst, right?
Yep.
Hey, look at that. I took notes.
I've got a lot of other information about him too, if you want it. But you're gonna have to tell me how you got it.
I went back in time. No.
I bet
Do
him
a
as a
Willy.
baby.
I went forward in time to learn the history books of this person.
What kind of things do you feel like Trey and Bixies have already planned, or what kind of information do you feel like they've already gathered? Or you wish to gather? What are some things you want to know?
My cat is throwing up on my pants I left on the floor. So Bixie's, you're up.
Gross.
Okay, so we probably. Hold on. I need to grab my notebook because I know I'm gonna have to write shit down. We would have been looking for firstly like who this guy is. We know that he sent an army, but we also want to like understand exactly like what it is that he's trying to plan. Like, what was the purpose of him doing that? Like clearly we got stuck in the middle of it all, but he has like an ultimate
I mean, like,
agenda.
From
and
what
so I
you've
think
been,
it's important that we try and figure out to see how he.
what you've been able to gather is that he was making a move against Luca, and Fire kind of got caught in the middle of it.
And Luca was the one that was. Oh my god, my brain.
He's your boss. He was your boss.
Luca's the boss.
He was the guy that you were working for his Monster Hunter Guild.
Okay. So why? Like, I guess the question is like, what is his beef with Luca? Like, why was he?
That's the part you haven't been able to figure out yet.
That's why she's asking.
Okay, and so then, like, in his move, do we know for sure that he was just trying to attack the Monster Hunter Guild, or was he actually aiming for something else and we got in the way? Like, I mean, I assume since he was making a move against Luca, he knew that we were going to be there.
He's the one that hired you for the job in the first place.
See, it's been a long time, Nick, okay? I'm trying to remember it all.
Yep. No, Frederick Guterkel is the one that hired Luca's Monster Hunters Guild to deal with the issue in the old forest in the first place. So yeah, he very much knew where you were going to be.
Okay.
Where he told us to be.
Exactly, right? Okay, so then we haven't figured out why it is that he wanted to make a move against Luca. But we would have figured out.
You do know, like, in a general sense, you do know that they're both nobles that are competing for land and title and influence at court and, you know, all of these kinds of things. Normal noble shit.
Politics?
Lyris?
You're breaking up, Summer. Say that again.
Sorry. Would Valyris know about any like weird publicity?
I mean, like Valeris. I think the only thing you could really add is that you know that like the queen has been having issues with the nobles lately. You know, worried about their loyalty and whatnot. Um, and that some of the nobles have been having issues with the warlords lately. Uh, especially guys like Eberman have actually started giving Frederick a hard, like a difficult time and things like that. But you know that the aim of most of the nobles is that they want to make money and gain power, and they're gonna do whatever they have to do that. You could learn a lot more if you talk to your sister.
Well, I don't know if that will happen anytime soon, but she'll keep that in mind.
Or, you know, you could learn a lot more if you actually traveled to Frederick's like area of New Anderhorst.
Okay.
Anything else?
300 pens, and when I'm trying to find one, I can't find it. Okay. In the time that we've been looking at information, has Frederick made any other moves similar to the one he did?
Well, you do know that Luca's reputation took quite a big hit after, you know, word got out that they weren't, you know, that things like
when Bastion died, words get
After
out.
the situation, because half their people died. Yeah.
There was a bit of a see, like there's what actually happened, and then there's the story that got out. And the story that got out is more so Luca's Monster Hunters failed versus what actually happened.
Betrayal. Yeah.
So Luca has lost some influence and things like that over the years, and Frederick has gained quite a bit of influence over the years. You know that Frederick's domain now kind of has his capital city of Rose Grove and 4 other decent sized like towns. And like capital city, I mean, he has his manor and there's the area surrounding that. It's not like the actual city of New Anderhorst. It's not like really real big. It's not a metropolis. But there's his, you know, main city of Rose Grove, and then there are the towns of Ebon Reach, Pond Haven, Shade Valley, and Gold Hollow are the areas under Frederick's control now. So I guess I could show you.
Can I get the names of those cities again, or type them in the chat so I can write them down?
Yeah, you can see this black circle. That's Frederick's domain. That's his area of influence.
A lot of squares.
And the red one over there, that's Luca's.
How does a monster hunter fit into this politically, with him being a monster hunter guild leader and a lord? Like, are they a separate faction?
Who are you asking?
You.
Oh. Well,
Sorry.
I mean, noble. Like Luca's of noble title, but in order to actually get power, he needs soldiers and money and influence and those kinds of things, and monster hunting's a great way to do that.
So when we were under Luca, we were conscripted as monster hunters and not soldiers, right?
Yeah, you guys were monster hunters. Okay. Like you guys aren't chevaliers, right? You're not knights. You haven't sworn fealty to Luca.
Okay.
Are those names for cities in New Anderhorst or territories?
Yeah, those are all. Rosegrove is a little bit larger town. Ebon Reach, Pond Haven, Shade Valley, and Gold Hollow are all smaller towns under the influence of Frederick Guterkel.
Those are good town names.
Yep. I'm just adding them to my locations area, so I want to make sure I got them on the right continent area thing.
If Pond Haven doesn't have a pond, I'm going to riot, though.
Only one way to find out. Any other questions or things y'all want to talk about this eve? While you're in your cups?
Speaking of cups.
Zyzeris, you hear them plotting revenge.
That sounds excellent.
There's not any plans really. We just we just know. We just know that there's fuckers out there, and they're gonna pay.
Like a daydream? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Are you guys feeling a bit rebellious tonight?
I'm rebellious every night. That's a lie. No, I am actually not rebellious. What do you have in mind?
Well, and he kind of leans in a little bit closer and quiets his voice a little bit, double checks to make sure that the barkeep isn't within earshot. Every so often, through the towns that we traverse through, I learned to do a bit of tagging every here and there. I happen to have some of the painting supplies in my pack. Small pigment powders and the like, when mixed with water, can leave several staining substances behind. You guys want to go leave your mark on the city?
Bigsy stands up and she's like, "Let's do it. Yes, yes."
I'm with her. Let's go.
Oh, I'm in.
All right. Let's go tag something.
Sounds good to me. What are you guys gonna tag?
A building.
Great. Which one?
Get a lot of
What's
options.
nearby?
Well, if you not too far away is the area where the Eternal Flame is located.
We don't do like
Yes.
sacred. Okay, well, never mind. We're going sacred. We're going
Blow
sacred.
out the eternal flame.
We're feeling rebellious, right?
You know what? I'm following today. I am not making decisions.
Well, the four of you go out into the dark. Are you making stealth checks? I believe everyone should make stealth checks if they're trying to not get caught.
I'm good with that.
Before, I think I need to do. Oh, hey, I'm not super drunk. I'm very excited.
Wow, what is going on?
Oh my
We're doing
god.
crime.
Okay,
Watch,
so
I'm gonna fail on my reading check.
Great.
I need a stealth check from Trey. Woo! Sheesh! Okay, so
Wow. I am glad I didn't go with
the
you guys.
lowest stealth check was 16. Not bad, y'all.
Yep.
Not bad. Let
Wait,
me.
I'm sorry. 2 natural 20s?
No,
Yeah.
one's for a Constitution saving throw. Bixie's sobered up real
Still counts.
quick.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 2 more.
3 now. Yep.
Well,
It should be 4.
anyone keeping
five
watch around your destination does not see you. So y'all managed to make it kind of. Are you gonna do like the wall that is it like?
Like a wall that's kind of facing like the public market square, kind of like somewhere that'll have more traffic tomorrow than it
Yeah,
will
like
have
the
tonight.
front wall, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Cyzeris will just like start opening his pack and start pulling out different paints and kind of handing them out to people. And he's going to start casting a spell. It's a ritual spell, so it's going to take 11 minutes. But he's going to start like drawing out large, like radial circles and conjuring up an illusory script across this image. That
All
we're
right.
tagging.
While Zyzeris is ritually casting his spell, what are the other 3 of you? So Valeris, Trey, and Bixies. I need all of you to give me perception checks.
9.
Oh my god.
Wow.
How is that the 4th natural 20? Jeez.
4th, yeah.
All right, 3. There's been 3 natural
We're so
20s
good
within
at
the
this
space
game.
of 6 rolls, and of those 6 rolls, all of them have been above 20 except for 1. Jeez, what is with you guys? Okay.
He really want to get into some shit.
Really want to get into some shit. Well, hey, guess what? Trey and Valeris, you guys are kind of just keeping a lookout while Zyzeris is casting his spell, and because you're keeping such a good eye, you think you catch some movement of somebody that seems to like hold on, how do I want to do this? Oh, I have a good idea. You hear what sounds like a body thudding to the floor.
Oh.
Did you guys hear that?
I heard that.
Heard what? She's like spray painting the wall, huh?
Trey's gonna start creeping over there. The creep.
So you creep over to kind of where you heard the sound, and you don't see anything. Like, you don't see like a body on the ground. But where the direction that it came from seems to be like leading inside the building.
Is there like any signage on the building or indication of what it is?
This is the building where the Eternal Flame is housed.
Well, that's odd. I'm gonna creep back over the party.
What do you see?
I didn't see anything. I think someone went into that building with the Eternal Flame.
Wait, the same one we're tagging or a different one?
Do you think they heard us?
I don't know. I just heard something.
What did you hear?
I don't know how to describe it.
Do we need to go?
Was it like a? That's really bad.
I mean, Valeris, you could help him describe what it sounded like.
I mean, it kind of sounded like a body falling.
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Like a body falling. Like it sounded too heavy to be like something just being knocked over. It sounded like a body. Like it had a distinct thud.
Okay, question, DM. Where we are right now? Are we like? I mean, I know we're clearly doing something illegal, but are we allowed to be here?
Are we trespassing?
You're not trespassing yet, no. But you are not supposed to be tagging this building either.
I mean,
Are there any windows in the building?
Yeah, there are like a lot. It's like, think of it like the front of it is kind of like open the way like a Roman temple might be, with like the columns all around the front, and then like the fire is like deeper in, and there's like actual rooms and things like that inside.
Can I go and open the door?
Sure. Are you trying to be stealthy?
No.
All right.
Well, I mean, you know, Dixie isn't completely sober. She didn't hear anything, but like they're like, oh, it's just a weird sound. So I mean, yeah, she can go open the door.
Yeah, you like.
These are just humans.
Yeah, you walk over and you open the door and you peek your head in, and where you expect to find a like large roaring bonfire. It's dark in here. I need you to make me one more perception check and answer a very important question. Do you have dark vision?
I'm an elf. Yes, I have dark vision.
Okay. You see movement as if somebody is heading out the back of this room, but you don't see any discerning features or anything like that. It's just like a shadow moving.
Can I try and cast something?
Depends. What are you trying to cast?
Can I cast entangle in that area to see if I can slow them down?
What's the wording on entangle?
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into an area turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check.
I'm okay with
that. And difficult terrain if they don't get entangled.
So you cast this spell, and do you move closer to where you're going as you cast it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's.
So you cast this spell. Is anyone following Bixies? This is an important question I should be asking.
Yes.
Okay, so you both witness her casting this spell as like she pushes open the door, sees something, and immediately begins casting this spell.
Like sticking very close behind it.
Yeah, and you guys get closer, and you see there's your spell there, but the culprit is not within your plants.
Okay. Then I'll undo this spell. That way, like, is there a way I can like run that way, see if I see anything? Like, is there signs, like anything at all? Sounds, movement?
Make me one more perception check. All three of you can make one.
Jesus Christ! This is supposed to be my good stat.
This time, the three of you hear nothing, and you're standing in a dark room next to a brazier that you've never seen without fire in it.
Someone needs to light that.
Bad day to leave a mark on this building, huh?
Nice.
Has anybody got a light?
That wasn't ever really my thing. Who do we call?
In this moment, you realize something that's very odd. There are no fire keepers here.
There are no what?
None of the fire keepers are here.
How is everybody?
I think we need to go yell for help before we're the only ones here. They're gonna think it was us.
Even if we go for help, they're going to think it was us anyways. They'll ask us why we went in here to see that the fire is not lit.
Yeah, but if we admit to tagging the building, I mean, we're not gonna get in trouble for stealing the fire.
You don't think the public will look for someone to blame?
I think we need to get out of here, guys, before someone else shows up.
I agree with Trey. We should leave.
Okay. Remind me of the world, DM. This fire is like the most sacred thing in the world, pretty much.
Yep, you got it. This was the very for those of that did not watch episode 0, the bonds that hold on, where's my line? I lost my line. Where's my line?
As long as the fire burns, so too shall our bonds to each other.
There you go. That's the line.
That will be the day.
I said it a million times, so. So yes, you were getting the right idea. This is
the flame.
This is real bad.
I'm trying to spark up a torch, like with the flint and tinder, just to put that in to see if that relights it.
And I have a little flask of oil. I can pour that onto it to see if that helps.
You guys really quick try to recreate the fire and are unsuccessful.
Was there, before they did that, is there evidence on how they doused the fire? Was there water or
make me a perception check. Or investigation.
Fuck me. What?
You're not. You can't find anything.
Okay. Hold on. I have to go give Charles a snack, and then I'll be back.
I want a snack too. Can I?
There's an off switch somewhere. Get someone find it and flip it back on.
Did you turn it off and on again?
Is it plugged in?
Did you check to make sure you paid the propane bill?
I guess we could take a 5-minute break. 5-minute break.
Brew fire tea.
As Through the Fire and the Flame starts playing.
So
Man, and all I wanted to do was read books. You guys had to go start a catastrophe.
I think we need to get out of here.
I just wanted to spray paint a church.
I have weed and set the fire stuck in my head now.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go Budapest. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the
We
fire.
didn't start the fire. We didn't light
Light
it, but we
but we're
tried to fight it.
fight it.
Oh, I just saw the perfect gif of Z. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a good one. Do it, Z. Do it, Z. You are the circus.
All right, let's light this flame.
It has to be magic fire.
I got really excited when you guys were like, "We're gonna go tag something." I was like, "Sweet."
Yeah, nothing ever interesting happens at the library. Let's go tag. Let's deface public property.
Woo!
Yeah, you nerd.
Yeah,
Read
and
books
something
at the
fun
library.
happened.
Yeah. But all the magic happens in the library.
Are you saying Jethro's had sex in a library?
I doubt it.
Reading rainbow.
Flying high above the sky.
Reading Rainbow.
Jethro would be like, "Yeah, this book had unprotected sex with my brain."
Oh.
That's the dirtiest kind of thing I've heard all day. I love it.
So Jethro takes out the.
It
takes
birthed a brain idea. Brain baby.
the book cover sleeve.
Wait, that's
The
just an
seed of
intellect of
knowledge.
our.
Let me uncover your secrets. Takes off the dust cover.
Oh, that's it. Mm-hmm.
The seed of knowledge has implanted itself in my womb of ignorance. Thus-
Jethro has a really weird relationship with books.
Have you heard of the book, The Princess's Treasure Chamber?
It's the
It's a
Queen's.
fantastic
It's
read.
the
I must say.
Queen's treasure chamber.
Time.
It's a choose your own adventure.
This Fall guy is an idiot. He never even got in there. Are you guys having fun?
Yes.
What's it like?
Doing
All,
crime.
what's it like? All being like, I thought it was funny because I
Awkward.
was like,
Awkward.
it's so awkward.
Everyone's like, yeah, we got stuff to do, but we can't talk about it.
We don't want to. I don't know if I can trust you. I don't really know you. It occurs to me we only knew each other as children.
We met one time and somebody got fucked up, and then we all left.
Beauty of the beast. The suspense is terrible. I hope it will last. That picture gets better the longer it takes.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. You guys came up with all of this. It's all yours. But, let's take a spin.
Maurus, we gotta get the fuck out.
Traveling
Yeah, no shit.
in a world of my creation.
Burp, Trey, just burp.
What you see
I'm just worried runnings's gonna make it so much worse.
will
It's already
define
bad.
Well, not none, but sneakily evade.
explanation. So, welcome back from break, everybody. If you want to do paradise, simply look around and you will. Everything you want to do is try to change the world. It just did. And that's where we're going to pick up. So we are inside the room of the eternal flame. It is dark, and it has just dawned on the four of you that there are no fire keepers in here.
And no
Have
fire.
a torch lit.
And no fire.
Lighten up a torch, like after trying to and failing to reignite the bonfire. Does it look like there's any signs of a struggle in this room?
Blood, bodies. Ooh.
There is blood, but no bodies.
Oh,
Is
shit.
there blood trails? Like as if a body was dragged.
It does not.
Any direction of travel?
You don't even need to make a check for this. It very much looks like there was a struggle, but that the bodies have seemingly disappeared, but they were not drugged like you would see on a battlefield. They're just gone.
God.
Oh, what if they were thrown into the eternal flame? Ooh.
Okay.
But that does reinforce that if you guys get caught here,
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
But okay, if we were to go to like a city guard or something and say, "Hey, the flame is gone," how does that incriminate us?
well, one way
Hopefully
to
you
find
have
out.
someone with good deception.
Well, I mean, I
How
don't.
does that not incriminate us?
Okay, well, I mean,
We
we've worked at the Monster Guild for years. Like, we have integrity, It's like we don't just see something and be like, oh, well, that sucks. It's like there's something to be done about it. We can't just sit here and do nothing and run away from the problem. It's not going to go away. I'm not saying it's our problem, but someone needs to know this happened. The closer they can figure out to the timeline, the better it's going to be in the future. Like, this is really big thing. And, like, yeah, we were here fucking around, but it'll look worse if we run away from it. I'm not saying, I'll go alone and say I was here alone, but, I can't not say something.
I mean, although your idea is noble, and you are a monster, which is true, Lord Bandai doesn't have much credibility as it.
You were breaking up so bad. I didn't hear.
Lord Van Dyer
I'm
doesn't have
so
the credibility.
sorry.
So Summer was saying that it sounds like a good idea, but Lord Van Dyer doesn't have as much credibility as of late.
Yeah, but we worked with that Monsters Guild for training purposes, and then we went to our normal one in the jungle, like we weren't there this whole time, were we, DM?
It's up to you.
I mean, I would have assumed Big Z's would have done that. She would have been with that guild. She almost like quote unquote would have graduated, and then she would have gone back home, and then she worked at home and like.
Yeah, if you want to have been back in Carhashon for a little bit before you came here, I don't see why not.
Well, okay. So hear me out, groupies. We're all in this together. I don't want you like. But back home, when there was a problem, like we were a tight knit civilization. Like that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to lean on one another for help. We don't run away from the problem in fear of what's going to happen. I mean, we have to face it. I mean, what, we're going to run away and then just be fearful anytime anyone looks like, are we going to run forever? Because, I mean, we were here. We're clearly here. We left our mark on the building.
Precisely why I will not be here if you're going to be bringing the city guard about.
I will also not be here. You won't see me.
You know I'm gonna stick
Because
with
this is, you know, it's sacred, Pixies. It's not just a flame. This is very important. And if we are accused of extinguishing that flame, that's not a very good accusation because it's never been done. The flame's never gone out.
Yeah, but they're
right.
It's not going to look good, but
Nope.
it's going to look worse if we run away and they catch us.
That's assuming that they will catch us, which they won't do if we just go now and hopefully figure it out, or they can just relight the flame. We can't do anything here now without incriminating ourselves, even if we are innocent.
So,
What do you think, Trey?
I don't trust nobles. I don't trust guard. But if Bixie's gonna go talk to them, I'm gonna go with her.
Do you want us to stick within earshot should the guards turn on you?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't like being in jail.
Yeah, I'm not going to jail for this, but I think at the very least someone needs to be told. We don't have to say we were here, we were marking it, but I mean, it's not unusual for people to walk around here, right?
I mean, usually there's at least somebody here.
Yeah, so like say we came to visit, I'll say I came to visit the flame because that's not like that's something people do, right?
Odd
like,
time of night to be doing it.
So you had a couple of drinks and you wanted to look
We
at
just got into town.
It's like going to like a Catholic church in the middle of the night after you've had a bunch of drinks. Like,
That's what people do all the time.
That's true.
That's actually
it's like a safe place for people to come and like feel safe. Like I don't think it's unusual for people to show up here at all hours. That's why they have people here at all hours. That's why it's open.
I'm not saying yes or no. It's totally up to you.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah. So Zyziri's and Valiris, like go hide. I'm just gonna mention it. It can't not be said. Like that goes against everything Bigsies was taught being raised.
Yeah, so Zazaris is going to go to like a nearby stall or booth or something far enough away that he'll still have line of sight to the entrance of the firekeeper place, but he's going to try and hide.
Who are you gonna go?
Valeris will also hide.
Who are you gonna go tell?
I'm gonna run down the street until I see a city guard.
The library is nowhere near the flame, is it?
They're like next to each other. Yeah, like if you're talking about like a main library.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure.
All right. So Bixies, go ahead and do you just like start shouting as you're running, or how are you gonna locate this guard? Are you gonna perceive? Are you gonna investigate? Are you gonna?
Yeah, you have to investigate and look around and see. Like, I mean, she's not gonna run around like a maniac crying wolf, but like, she's just looking for proper enforcement to tell.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
I'm on a roll with these fucking rolls.
You don't find a guard, but you do find Jethro wheeling his way out of the library.
Okay. She'll run out to Jethro. Jethro, you live here. You know these people. The flame's gone. Who do you tell?
Jethro, that sentence makes no sense.
That's preposterous. That can't happen.
And she's just gonna shrug and she's gonna like usher over there and she's just gonna say, it's gone. It's gone. I don't see your people. There's no people here anywhere. Where are your people at? What kind of city is this?
So the Flamekeepers aren't... Are the Flamekeepers okay?
There's no one there.
Heavens above.
I mean, Bindu told you he just spoke with the first Flamekeeper on his before he came over to the tavern with you guys.
Right.
It was Bindu.
Bindu!
You've been done it.
All right. I will pop in here and I'll grab the High Arbiter of the library and we'll get the proper channels informed.
Yeah, I know.
You, by chance, do anything to cause that?
No, we didn't do anything to cause it. We were walking by and it's gone.
Right. You might want to make yourself scarce.
Jethro's gonna turn in and find someone that has some authority that's local and see if I can persuade them to figure out what's happening with the situation.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
All right. Any chance I could guide myself?
Oh, I give him guidance as he walks.
Okay, thank you.
What is this, Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, it's fine.
I have it. I got a 0. I don't think a D4 is going to help. Wait. I'm going to use a chronal shift on myself to reroll that.
Okay.
All right, let's try this again. Excuse me, sorry. I got my words tripped up. That's better. Now let me add a D4. 11.
11's enough to at least get somebody to take you seriously. So, you get one of the librarians to, kind of come with you.
Yeah, be like,
I stepped out and there's no light coming from the eternal flame.
And so you and this librarian make your way up towards the doors that have been left open by Big Z's, and you go inside. Zyzeris and Valeris. God, why are your names so similar? Zyzeris and Valeris.
Real quick, Nick. I gotta step away real quick.
You son of a bitch. No, it's okay. Basically, what's going to happen is an investigation is going to start taking place. Like, those two come in, they see that the flame is out, and immediately the librarian takes off, and Jethro is standing there at the front, just kind of dumbfounded.
Seeing the librarian take off, Zyzeris would try and sneak his way back in order to fill Jethro in. Like, he's assuming Jethro's walking in just out of just pure chance. Because like our contact just said she was going to find the guards and tell them what's going on, and then Jethro appears. So Zai is going to make his way back for whenever Lucas comes back.
So you're making your way towards Jethro?
Yeah, going. Yes.
Okay. Valeris, what are you doing?
She's hiding. She's observing the situation to see whether it would be appropriate for her to, bounce and leave them, or to stick around.
Okay. What's your passive perception? Just out of curiosity.
12.
Okay, not very high. Okay. I mean, it's not 0.
I'd probably do better if I just rolled.
Fine. Make me a perception check.
Now that I've said that, it's not really better than 12.
You did much worse.
The goblin laugh. I love it.
I just thought it was funny because it's like, I'll probably do better if I roll 4. So Valeris, you're kind of like looking for a place to hide, and when Jethro first comes to the door with the librarian, you are walking and you kind of you just duck into a into a room that is back where you are, right? And and you don't really look at the room. You just kind of go in, you turn around, you close the door, and you kind of hold the door open a little bit. And then you hear you hear this, like, the sound of weak breathing.
She'll, although before she was peeking out the door, is she able to close it? And is she able to lock it? Like from the inside?
Yeah, I would imagine that there's like a lock on the inside.
And the breathing's in the room with her.
Correct. Behind you.
Behind her. Okay. She'll turn around to see where it's coming from.
So
Is there like some really old dude that's half dead?
Close. You turn around and realize what room you're standing in. You are standing in the first firekeeper's office.
Oh.
And you see her. Well, you hear this breathing, and you walk around the desk, and you see her on the ground, laying in a pool of her own blood.
Oh, that's the thud we heard.
Well, at least there's one.
Can I attempt to... Let me see what I have. Can I attempt a medicine check?
Yeah. You can make me a medicine check.
Try. 9.
In game terms, she is at the point of her last words. Type, like, in a cinematic way, these are her last words. This is the last moment.
Oh, so I can't do shit to help her then.
Oh, she's about to pass, and you just happen to stumble in here.
Okay.
She looks up at you, and you can see, like, she has, like, her hand kind of reaches up towards you, and it's, like, shaking and weak and covered in blood. And, before she can even say, she looks like she's about to utter a word, and then her hand falls And her head falls back, and her eyes are just staring at you, unmoving.
Oh. Okay. Well, shit. Okay. Are there any windows in this room?
Yeah, there's a back window.
Can I climb out of it?
Oh yeah, sure. No check required. You can open that window and climb out of it. Do you leave it open or do you close it behind you?
If she's able to, she'll close it behind her.
Okay.
She's not about to get caught.
Oh, you're gonna create a fun little mystery for whoever finds this locked door.
Yeah.
Okay. You're back. That's perfect timing. We flash back away from Valeris back to Jethro, who Zyzeris is quietly approaching. Are you approaching in a way that Jethro would know you're there?
Probably not. Like if
I'm
he's
not very
sneaking in to avoid anybody from outside, he probably would miss me at I first step in. But like you hear a quiet whisper, Jethro, Jethro, as Zyzeris approaches.
What?
What are you doing here?
I was studying, and Big Sis came and said, "Oh, the flame is out," so I went to get help.
You're supposed to go get the guards.
It's better if we go the less military route.
Like, just to kind of help further you along in your own looking about.
What the hell's going on?
He's going to point out any, like, of the blood spatter patterns that we had spotted out previously, any, like, marks or signs of attack that might have occurred here, and, like, how there's no bodies anywhere. And, like, point out, like, all the stuff that was definitely us to rule out for his, deductive reasoning purposes. Like, that's our torch, that's our oil, that's our lantern over there. Like,
Gotcha,
that's
all the specifics.
But don't. What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Then ignore the tagging on the wall. That was unrelated. You can see that.
You see the word hope written in Draconic in swirls of color, kind of like graffitied onto the wall in front of the House of the Eternal Flame.
All right. I'm going to help with the investigation. Dominus, come here, boy.
And he will bonus action Bamf Dominus out next to him.
Let's go figure out what's going on.
And because he's a dog, he's got good a nose. So he's gonna try to sniff things out, and then I'm going to use my deductive reasoning to figure out what's going on. See if I can pick up any clues that anybody missed.
What kind of clues are you looking for?
I'm looking for is this a 1 floor, 2 floor? Like how big is this building?
It's 1 floor. Just like really big, kind of a sprawling building.
Okay. I want to see if there's any broken glass on the upper levels. Maybe somebody was killed and then yanked up, not leaving a trail of blood, but just like getting pulled up and then, out of the building or something like that. So I'm going to try to look around for any additional clues.
Don't find anything like that. It's almost like wherever this blood came from was teleported away or magically removed, or something isn't adding up, which makes you think magic.
Yes, if someone was slain here, they could easily be teleported away with something as simple as a misty step. Interesting.
You don't think it's like what the firekeepers always said? Like, because the flame faded, they're all gone too?
It's quite possible, that the Guardians of the Flame have been extinguished at the same time as the flame.
Does that mean that the rest of us are in danger as well?
Zazeras, as long as you're with me, you're never in true danger. Just stay by my side, we'll be okay.
Respectfully, I would beg to differ, and I would much rather prefer to not be present here if any of the guard arrive. And judging by that librarian screams, somebody will come.
Oh, yeah, you might want to make yourself scarce.
Yeah, it's definitely reaching that point of the news is starting to spread. People are starting to wake up, and shit is starting to hit the fan.
I will handle the bureaucracy.
I'll see you back at the tavern. I want you to know, anything you need, you've got our support. We're going to figure this thing out. And I'd like to bardically inspire Jethro as I make my exit.
Go to Bendu's room. Separate. Not everyone in one tavern. Go to Bendu's room, room 32.
2 streets over?
2 streets over.
And he'll rush out of there, casting Expeditious Retreat so that he's even further away faster.
Okay.
God.
So everyone had Trey. What did you beat GTFO?
Trey stayed behind Bixus buddy system.
Oh,
and...
hello, Trey.
Hi.
Didn't see you there.
Yeah, no, he's just in the. Honestly, Trey's standing in the shadows, just in case we do all of a sudden get spotted by a guard patrol walking around the corner. And then he'll just follow people back to the tavern.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
If she can, before more people show up, Valerius wants to try to grab Jethro's attention to kind of give him a heads up on the first firekeeper so he's not totally caught by surprise.
I'm gonna say, as you're circling around the building and you see him at the front is when everyone's arriving.
Yeah, no, she dipped back into the shadows and bounced.
Okay.
Then.
Don't worry, I will handle this with my terrible charisma.
Well, Jethro, at some point, you're standing there, dealing with the bureaucracy, and word reaches you that the first firekeeper has been murdered.
I would say Jethro, he goes a little pale from that. First firekeeper was really cool.
She was.
And I think a dear friend of Grandma.
Everyone. She's a dear
everyone,
friend.
Yeah.
This is honestly one of those kind of
like an aunt. Like my aunt.
This
died.
is an unthinkable thing to happen on what's happening right now. No one would have thought this could happen.
So the first more authoritative figure that I see and say,
if there is anything that I can do to help, use my skills. I want to help find out what happened to the first Flamekeeper and what happened here and why the flame is out. Anything I can do to help.
Yeah. So you stay and help with the investigation. What are the rest of you doing? Is everyone meeting going to Bindu's place? Or are you going back to the room with Malia? Where's everyone going?
Valerius is going back to hers in Malia's room. Because Malia really should not be left alone.
And then,
oh God.
And
Zyceras is going to tell
Bindu. Okay, and then so where are Big Z's and Trey going?
That's a good question.
We were planning on passing out at the bar. Didn't Jeff?
I will say that if push came to shove, that Trey would know where Jethro's family home is, where his grandma's house is.
That's true. He stayed there,
which is in the upper district, so he would be close.
That is right near where you are. I literally just said that. That is good.
So he's got sanctuary in the Veloxy home.
Trey's gonna as Bixie's walking back to the tavern, Trey's gonna pop out like, "Hey, Jethro's house is nearby. I know his family. They'll let us stay there."
That'd probably be better than the bar.
I hope Malia's okay. Malia?
Yeah, but why wouldn't she be okay?
She's not puking her guts out.
She was left alone, not following girl code, y'all.
I'm also looking at the dungeon map, and her character's just in the tavern, sideways on the table.
Here's how I picture this: is like Valeris put her to bed, and then she like woke up and like came back downstairs. This is like second win, baby.
Second win.
I'm back, baby doll.
When Valeris comes back to the tavern, the first thing she sees is Malia passed out on a table.
Yep, downstairs. Exactly right.
It's not Malia's fault Jethro didn't close out his tab when he left.
That is true. Jethro, your tab is
so poor.
Your tab is up to 6 gold at this point.
All right. Well, I don't think I've made anything in the last 3 years, so I'm cash broke.
No, I see. I checked. You have 8 gold on your character sheet.
Yep. We are now down to 2.
I would like to know also, you don't have to pay for that. Valeris, when she comes in, she'll pay it.
You paid for that 5 gold.
He's a little busy right now. So.
Don't worry, I'll charge it to the library.
I feel like
that was 6 gold.
Yeah, 6 gold. I feel like Jethro has an expense account from the college. Like that's like his thing.
Yeah, it's covered. Yeah. It's part of my like going to a different college fund, like as a I don't know, would he be an undergrad at this point? Not a professor.
No,
like,
he's like a graduate student at this point.
Graduate student. Yeah, so he's like doing research and he gets paid to do research in other places.
Yeah.
So it's covered.
Don't
take your gold.
Hold on.
I honestly did not expect Jethro to be the one to talk to people at all.
Do you let's see. Okay, cool. Go for it. Valeris, you're waking up Malia, who is passed out on this table.
Wait, how'd she get over there?
Second win, baby.
Second win, woo!
Yeah, she'll go to the table. Malia, you have to wake up.
Oh my god! I've been trying to get up and control something for the past 4 years now. What do you want?
Can I insight check her? Because that's not normal.
That's some whack vibes right there.
You could absolutely insight check her.
You
have no fucking clue what's going on. But like for the first time since you were a child, you hear what sounds like Alfred.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good.
Okay. Just calm down. You drank a little too much. How about we go up to the room, okay? And then you can freak out.
Of course, she drank too much.
No, we can't.
God, she doesn't know the difference. She doesn't even know the difference between water and wine. The stupid idiot, and she calls me the stupid one. Ugh. What's going on?
So, Valeris, she's heard Melia like have conversations with herself before.
Oh, 1000%. She randomly will say things to herself like she's responding to someone else.
Mm-hmm. So Valerius is too tired to deal with this right now. So she's gonna grab Melia's arm and kind of drag her to the room like she's not playing this game. I'm not playing this game, Melia. I have something to tell you. I need you to be serious about it. I need you not to be stupid.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to be the one who's stupid. I'm the one who took the high sorcery there, and it's because of, well, some idiot goblin that I'm standing before you today.
Hey.
Hey.
Little ghost of a goblin.
Spoke 3 sentences and ruined everybody's life.
And some finger guns. Those are the best kinds of characters, you know?
He exploded.
You're like the guy that shot the Archduke Ferdinand.
Oh, fuck. You really fucked up the timeline with that one, buddy. But would you care to tell me what's been going on? I get briefest of flashes.
Well, yes, that's what happens when you drink yourself under the table.
Well, shit. I'm not going to discuss this with you. Your tiny little mind cannot comprehend the utter hell I've been through.
Yes, your life is so sad. It's horrible. I can't believe that you have to do this. We're in the
Good
city,
God.
you're upset, I get it.
Care to tell me what's been going on? Whatever your name is. I think I only have so much time before she sobers up.
And at that moment is when Malia kind of just collapses in your arms, unconscious again. And then Malia, if you want, you have regained control.
Fuck. This isn't good. Did I say anything weird there? I just had a little bit of a moment where I saw everything going on and I was in control of body. I'm very drunk right now.
Oh,
Can you tell me what's going on right now? I don't know how I got up here. I had a second wind. And I didn't have a second wind.
Great.
I don't know what's going on right now. Can you tell me what's going on?
I'm taking you back to bed, Maria. You fell asleep at a table again.
How did I get up the stairs? Love, I don't think you can carry me.
As you guys are Blaris, as you get to the stairs to start taking her up, you hear somebody burst into the inn, and they just shout that the eternal flame has gone out and the first firekeeper is dead. And everybody in the bar starts going, just starts talking, and
fucking bananas.
Everything goes nuts.
That's not good, is it?
No, it's not. How about we go upstairs and I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, God, yeah, fine.
And now we're going to cut to Zyzeris getting to Bindu's locked door.
All right. Well, he's probably sleeping. Going to try and lockpick.
Yeah, make me a sleight of hand or with your thieves.
Come on, Ryan.
Yeah, you're
That's
able.
only an 11?
You're able to pop that lock.
All right.
It's a little
It's a tavern.
It's a little hard. Your chain gets in the way a little bit, but you got it.
It's hard to do it with the right hand.
Oh, he's left-handed.
So clicking the door open, Bindu, apologies for disturbing you earlier than expected, but something has come up. I hope you're decent.
Or not.
How does Bindu sleep?
We're in the desert,
Oh,
man.
he definitely sleeps just in his loincloth. So, as he sits up in the bed, he had just gotten to sleep, so he's not deep asleep.
Mm-hmm. just
As I
ever so
said,
slightly tossed hair.
yeah.
But
I
in
had
like
to
a
admit,
hot way?
I did not expect that I would be interrupted this night by you.
He's gonna take one last glimpse down the hallway and then like
Oh.
close and lock the door behind him. Yes, well, it seems as though the night's activities continued to provide. Uh, Shortly after you departed, we made our way out and about the city, and we made our way over around to about where the eternal flame is kept, and we found it extinguished by someone inside. Vixie thought she saw somebody, but I don't think anybody else did.
Wait a minute.
So we
The flame is extinguished. But it was
think they
burning
murdered-
not just a few hours ago.
and they killed the first firekeeper, and there's no sign of any of the other flame keepers.
But they were all there. What?
Something
I don't-
terrible has happened.
And he's distracted, so he just hops up out of the bed. What?
Z will just start tossing robes up to you, like unsure what layers work where with the desert wear because it's different than like pants and a shirt. But he's going to start throwing layers at you.
Would you stop that? What? Why were you? Why did you go to see the first firekeeper?
We were just making our way around town. We thought it might be fun to leave a little bit of a graffiti mark on the place. You know, just a little bit of a prank to give a little smile to those passing by. Nothing serious. To test the capabilities of those around me who were still a bit tipsy. You know, sneaking about the city to see if they might be more than capable of handling themselves about in the crystal dungeons below. But that's regardless right now. There's more serious matters at hand. It's just a little graffiti.
Yes, I agree, though. There are more serious matters at hand. I actually am glad that you came. I would not have mentioned this in front of the others, but... What is wrong with your arm? Why do you grip that sword so tightly?
And he just kind of like stops his natural just swaying, like he just freezes up. Well, you caught me. Seems I'm not entirely right-handed, I'm afraid. Little accident a few years back. Left me a bit handicapped, I suppose. Handicapable. I don't know. It seems like more of a hindrance than anything else, but it also has helped progress me a bit of a ways along. Sword wasn't mine, but now I can't give it up, so I suppose it is now.
You mean it's cursed?
Of sorts. I really don't have time to get into it now. But I can assure you it's... I mean, I intend you no ill will.
I did not believe you did. But you have gone to great lengths to hide it.
One has to be careful when making themselves publicly visible. It doesn't take a whole lot to frighten people that have grown comfortable behind the walls of safety.
There is wisdom in what you say. Now he starts actually picking up, like, you see that, like, the first thing he grabs is kind of a wrap that functions sort of like a longish, you know, like a beyond the knee length sort of pants slash, like, kilt sort of thing. And starts getting dressed that way, you know. Are the others coming here?
I don't know. Jethro told me to find you here. I assume he had some sort of a plan. He was investigating he was going to investigate the first Flamekeeper. when I last left it. But so far as I know, Valeris is aware. She was probably going to go back to get Melia. And you and I are aware Bixasis and Trey were there, and so I think they were running off to go tell the guard. I don't know where they were headed after that, though.
Like, looking out your window, Bindu, you see all the commotion happening outside.
The city's waking up early tonight.
Indeed,
We're going to move. We're going to need to move swiftly.
As this news spreads, it will almost certainly spread panic. I dare to suspect that whoever's behind this wanted exactly that.
And with that, we're going to cut to Big Sis and Trey knocking on the door of how do I say this? Isathana Veloxy. Right? Did I say it right? Did I do it? I did.
You did. Yep.
This is Grandmama Veloxy.
What's
I'd
her
like
nickname
to buy a vowel.
that the kids call her? Like Mima, Mama, Grandma,
Mama.
Mama. Oh my God! Look at that name.
It's tricky because
Gentle bow.
every single one of them,
What the fuck?
all the women in his family start with WYSA and an apostrophe, and I'm just like, every time I'm like, right, it's I got this.
You know, Nick, I put the pronunciation next to the names.
I understand, Lucas. It's just a hard bunch of letters to put together in your brain.
Why is it Thana Veloxy?
Is it Isathana?
It's Isathana.
The W is silent and the Y is an E.
Oh, fuck.
See?
It's elf names.
You all can feel my pain. You ready for this?
Hard.
Here is this is just the first portion of the Veloxy family. This is just his biological siblings.
Oh no.
I have a problem.
Who isn't he related to at this point?
Look, it's not that many people.
Lucas, I have 3 people in Melia's family.
And one of them is, or 2 of them are you. That doesn't count.
No. Uncle, mother, uncle.
Your sibling is yourself.
Wait, no, hold on. Uncle, brother, mother. Honestly,
Look,
I have to admit, I'm a bit buzzed right now.
I tried to make it so my character had ties to every country, not
city.
countries,
City.
Every city, every major city. I made sure that
every point of light,
some kind of relative. Yeah.
Your cousins' names are Vilren, Velrin, and Frarin.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Vilren, Velrin, Brawler.
Yeah, my
Is
my
that
aunt...
the equivalent of Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
A little bit. I was kind of going with like the vibe for that particular family was like the Malfoys from Harry Potter.
Oh,
so they're very stuck
fuck their
up.
first cousins?
Probably.
Well, we haven't met them yet, but who we are meeting right now is once again Trey. You've met Isathana Veloxy. You were just, 20 years younger. So, as you approach, you are knocking on this door in the middle of the night.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yep. There's some movement inside. Candle gets lit. And the door opens, and standing there is this very old at this point. Very old for people in this society. High elf cleric.
Oh, so she's like 60.
She would be.
She was around during the war, so
Yeah.
a couple hundred years.
So yeah, she's like old for like
Okay.
people in your society. Like this would be like, you know how when you're like, that person fought in World War II, it's kind of like that.
This person fought in the Civil War. Like that's how old in comparison to real modern times.
Okay. What was her name? Mima? Mama?
Mama.
Mama. You see, you didn't put that in your notes. Those are important.
Because I just made it up on the spot.
Mama. I love Mama. I had a Mima myself. Hi, Mama Veloxy. It's me, Trey. Do you remember me?
My stars. Traven Dyerson, is it not? What are you doing here at this hour? What's...
Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle, and I just need somewhere to wait for Jethro.
Oh, Jethro... I thought he was meeting you at the bar.
Yeah, I know. If we could come inside.
Yes, coming in. Who is this?
This is my friend Vixus.
She, like, gives you that, like... You know how when you introduce a female friend to your grandmother, she turns to you and gives you that look, like...
Is she pregnant?
We're just friends.
and she says, come on in, dear.
Hello, it's Chicken Bok.
Chicken Bok Bok.
Chicken Bok Bok. She, like, sits you down at the table, like, gets you, like, some tea, and she says, what is all this going on, then? Where's Jethro?
Well, he said he knows here, so we just figured we were at the bar, we drank a little too much. Now we're here. And she'll wait for them.
Make me a deception check.
Not a lie! Not a lie!
Mama's
That was a pretty good lie.
Insightful.
That's really good.
That was a pretty good
It's not a
lie.
lie!
You pulled one over on Mama. She says, "Oh, so if you're here, where did Jethro go?"
He likes to study.
He did not go to the library after the bar.
Ray's just gonna like stare at Vixus because he was about to tell her everything. Like I don't know how to lie. Trey tried lying to Mama a lot as a kid and it never worked. So the fact you just pulled one over, he's a little blown away.
You know,
Either of you, out of curiosity, did either of you touch anything that had blood on it or have blood on your hands or any part of you by chance?
Nope.
No.
I only cast that spell and then I left. I didn't touch anything. Nope.
Okay. Trey, it's been so long. How have you been? How's life?
Pretty good. I've been monster hunting. Vixus here. Me and her are both part of the whatever chapter of Monster Hunters Guild ours is called. I forgot.
It's in my notes somewhere. Oh god, hold on. I remember. I don't remember, but it's in my notes.
So I shouldn't just draw your attention to where these are located in the journal under a certain guild name.
Oh shit, words.
The Lions Guild?
Well, yeah, we were part of Lions Guild, but I guess
You made up a new one that you didn't name.
Well, Bixie's is part of her own that like is her family's, but she's also part of the Lions Guild. So I guess it just depends on if Trey was part of her family's guild for a little bit or not. Also,
Trey did work for Luca, and did work because because Trey looks up to your dad and your brothers also. So I imagine he would have like bounced in between, and while doing work for Luca, try to find information on Frederick.
Yeah, because I feel like they kind of were both of that. But the guild name for the Bigsy's family was Voices of the Departed.
That's metal as fuck.
That's metal as fuck.
Which is really fitting for what they're doing right now. They're the voice for fire.
Wow, that is a tale.
It doesn't even scratch the surface. Bigsy's will like say that under her breath.
Well, let me make you up a room. I didn't know you were staying. Give me one moment. And she goes and like starts like fussing over like the guest room.
It would be nice to sleep in a bed tonight. That's gonna be real cool.
Oh,
I
you
try
know,
to sleep on the table.
you know the rules. Rock, paper, scissors for the bed.
She's gonna roll her eyes. Should I ask Mima?
I assume it's a bunk bed.
Oh, I love that because of all the grandkids always coming. It's like the grandkid room. It's a bunk bed now. Good call, Lucas.
They got like really.
It's the kids' room. She makes you up like the kids'
sheets.
room.
Yes.
Like Jethro has his perma room here, and then like there's like the kids' room.
Yep,
Is there a race car bed?
There is.
Yes.
It's a chariot bed.
Oh.
All right, rock papers. I don't know how to rock paper scissors.
Boulder
rollies.
Cheers.
D20. Whoever gets the highest gets the better bunk.
Oh no.
Oh my god, with a 3?
Oh fuck.
Wow, beat him by 1.
The lowest rollies ever.
We gotta get out now.
For real.
So, Trey, you are sleeping on the floor. Bixie's, you're sleeping in the bed when you start kind of hearing the.
Get the top bunk.
That's right. It's a Ferrari on the bottom with like clouds on top.
There you go. So you guys are in the bunk beds as you hear the knock on the door. You hear Mama kind of just be like, 2 visitors in one night. So strange. And she goes and she answers the door, and she hears the news of what had happened. And you can hear, like, she was holding a teapot and she just drops it and it shatters as she hears the news.
Yeah, this isn't gonna end well.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be good. Hopefully no one saw us there.
What's worse, answering to Mama or answering to the law?
But eventually, Jethro, you've kind of done what you can do, and they kind of just send you home. And you do arrive back at your grandmother's place. She is sitting at the table with your grandfather, and they are both kind of just sitting there, in shock.
As just a little rewind, as Jethro is leaving, he's gonna quickly pull out a quill and 2 pieces of paper, and he's gonna write down the address to his grandmother's house and hand 2 envelopes to Dominus. Send 1 to Bindu and 1 to Valeris and Milia at the other inn. And Dominus is going to run and deliver those messages.
Okay, yeah, he can absolutely do that.
And then Jethro will roll in.
Mama, are you here?
Yes, dear. We're here at the table. I'm sure you've heard the news.
First hand, unfortunately. I was just down at the Eternal Flame trying to help with the investigation.
Do you have any Do you know what happened?
Unfortunately, no. No clues have turned up besides a couple of puddles of blood. Doesn't seem like they were dragged anywhere. It seems magic was involved. Perhaps somebody was killed and then magically removed, either via a magic item or a spell of some sort. Couldn't pin down where they went.
You see your grandfather, Xanokaz. He just looks at you and he says, "Your friends are in the other room."
Thank you, Papa. I know it's late, but this has never happened before, right? The flame has always been lit.
Always.
In your time in the war, has anybody been able to reach Suyu and perform such a brazen action against the capital?
This is a sacred place. No one would do that.
I've done a lot of reading, but this feels like an act of war. We all have been brought up to appreciate and respect what the flame means, and for someone to extinguish it, I can only think of the worst.
So can I, dear Jethro. So can I. I can't think of all but the worst. Who knows? Maybe the fire was just a fire. But the revered mother was not just another fire keeper.
Oh, she was family. She was everything to so many people.
She did.
To hear of her passing was...
She did so much to keep the peace, Jethro. The bonds burned strong because of her. There's no telling what could happen.
Jethro just kind of wheels over to Xenakos and gives him a big hug.
I might not be as stealthy and wise as you, grandfather, but I will get to the bottom of who hurt the first Flamekeeper. I promise you that.
You don't need to take the world's... You can't fix everything, Jethro. You know that better than anyone.
I know, but I want to do the best that I can to make sure those that have perpetrated this evil are brought to justice.
I know. He like is kind of like, you know, like the grandpa thing where he like kind of slaps the side of your head. He's just like,
Yeah.
I know. Get some sleep.
I felt that too many times. He'll go over, he'll wheel over, give Mama a big hug, and then he'll wheel out into the living room. I assume that Grandpa's got like a one of those globes that's got like a ton of liquor in it.
Oh yeah. Grandpa likes to drink.
Grandpa likes to drink, you know, to forget about the war.
Exactly.
So Jethro has had a drink in over 20 years, no alcohol, since he had that first drink at the Flame Festival. And so Jethro goes over there and pulls the good whiskey and pours it for the three of them.
I'm glad that you are all safe. Draven, Bixus, please take these.
And he'll hand each of them a whiskey glass.
Yeah, I mean, what more hurt, you know? She'll cheers to it, like, you know, hold it up to them and knock it back.
Cheers.
I need one night of turning off my brain. And then tomorrow, I'm going to find who did this. And we're going to make sure they're brought to justice.
Cheers to that.
And Jethro takes his first drink for 20 years.
And with that, I think that's not a bad spot to go ahead and just end this year old session of Dungeons and Dragons. And
Damn.
And you know, welcome back to the group, everybody.
You can't kill the Flamekeeper, Nick.
She
was the coolest.
Apparently he can.
You know what? It brought Mama and Papa out. I think it was worth it. That was a good session, Nick.
That was a really good session. Thank you, Nick.
Well, I mean, you guys did most of it.
It was awkward as fuck for the first hour and a half. Oh my god.
It was.
Well, I mean, a bunch of friends getting together after like 15 years, it should be a little awkward.
Yeah, like it's funny because it's like, it's like some of you guys have seen each other over the last 20 years. Some of you haven't seen each other in 20 years.
We all got trouble we don't want to talk about.
Died for it. Oh, well, that's awkward. Let's okay, moving on.
Oh shit, I don't know what to say to that. And then you guys are just like not telling each other everything and stuff. I'm just like, oh god, this is gonna take a while. Okay, let's go.
I've had
Heads out.
Jethro had 2 traumatic moments in the last 20 years. And half the people know about both of them. So he didn't have anything to share.
Jethro is one of my traumatic moments.
And I like to bring it up every time we're in company.
Of course, Master Jethro.
That was mean, Nick.
What?
I appreciate it, but it was he's not a master.
When a white robe wizard walks into your bar, you call him Master Jethro.
He tries
Maester Jethro.
Maester. Ooh.
Magister Jethro.
Ooh. I do like the Maester though, like keeper of knowledge and secrets and magics. That's so cool.
All right, I have to run to the dispensary before it closes, so I'm going to dip.
Night, Jeremy.
I mean,
Drive
priority.
safe, please.
Night.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, hey,
Night.
Nick.